Welcome to Slay the Spire. Now, this is in preparation, again as I said, for Slay the Spire 2. I'm very happy that Slay the Spire 2 has been announced in full. If you've never seen this game, you have no clue what to expect. But this is the reason why I love card games. It's why I play Across the Obelisk, it's why I play Balatro, it's why I play Tales and Tactics to some extent as well. This game, you may have heard me reference it multiple times on this channel. Multiple times. I mentioned it in reference to all of those games, and even more. Because this game did something very, very interesting with the card game genre. And it also does, oh my god, this may be the first game ever that paused the music when you alt-tab. You're kidding me! This game is a card game. So if you know card games, then you know them all. Honestly, you know one card. If you know one card game, you kind of know them all. There's not really much of a difference. Oh, I had to restart the game for the changes to take place? What do you... Okay, things should be good now. It doesn't capture anymore! Oh, there we go. Good. Welcome to Slay the Spire. Every time I'll tab, the game freezes my entire computer for a second, so that's gonna be fun. Again, this is a card game. It's a... Restart the game that should not VSync. What do you mean? Why does it need... That's the voice of a person who still has their balls. We were listening to Castrato music. Okay, so, you understand what card games are, okay? The reason why this game was so influential is because it came out at a time when card games weren't really there, and they weren't really fun to play. This is a roguelike card game where you pick a character and you go down into the tower. The Spire. You need to climb the spire to slay it. I don't know why we're slaying it, actually. I don't know. There's apparently a story to this, but no one actually cares about the story. Everyone cares about the gameplay. There's 4 different characters. We only have 1 at the moment. And you go up a tower in a map very similar to Tales of Tactics. In fact, Tales of Tactics kind of took the map from the map here from this game. You climb all the way up, and then you try your best to build a deck that can tackle any challenge that you find, going from multiple builds. This is the crazy part. Every character has multiple different types of builds. Now, there's a framework that you can use that I'm going to get into very soon. Let's go over the character first. We only have 1 character at the moment, but there's 4. There's the Ironclad, who's more of a healer / strength damage dealer. They try to do as much like base damage as they can, and they try to do it in like larger spikes. They also can play much more defensively as well. There's a lot of different ways that you can play. Initially, it's kind of boring because you don't have any of the unlocks, and I'm playing on my streamer account, which has none. But as you get more and more, you get more and more options to play with. The next would be the Thief, which is a much more faster-paced character who can build up and like prepare things beforehand in order to like unleash a consistent like flurry of attacks every single round. They have a lot of ways to attack for like free as well. You have who do you have? What was the last one? Anyways, that's all I remember. So let's just play the Ironclad. You have the Watcher for sure. Now, this game follows a very interesting formula, one that you may see repeated oft in many other games. You have a set of cards in your deck, 10 to start with. You have different cards that do different things, that either deal damage or block or many other effects. Some may even apply status effects to you or the enemy. You can see the enemy's attacks. So for instance, if I go over here and I start the combat, you can see what like move they're going to do next, how much damage you'll like take, what status effects you may take. You also get relics in the game, things that give you buffs for the rest of your run. And it's a roguelike. Every time you die, you start back from the very beginning. And you may recognize this style of map. Many games have started to do this style of the map. You traverse through a map in order to find things, in order to follow a certain path, in order to make certain choices, and to choose how you want to tackle this entire level, basically. There's 4 floors, 3 that you know of, 1 that's secret. I'm going to spoil it now because it's an old game. There's a secret floor that you have to get to by burning all these gems, which I don't think you get access to until after your first one. And each of these tiles contains a different thing. You got question marks, which could be a random anything. Could be a random event, could be a monster, could be a shop. It could shit on you, or it could give you donuts. There's a shop where you can buy things. The regular monster is just mobs, just like random dudes. Elites. The elites are what's really good. Every time you beat an elite, a very hard monster, almost like a mini boss, you get a relic as well, which will help the rest of your run. Okay? My goal is to get a win on every single character at least once, the final boss today, within an hour. Because I am training today. This is all part of a long training series for a very difficult brain game. And this is the least brainy of them all. I know what I know. I'm expounding on all the good things about the game, but this is the least brainy of them all. Because you're really brain-wise building your deck and responding to situations. There's a long-term strategy that you can play to. There's a framework you can build your deck around, which I'll get into soon. But for the most part, it's not as brainy as, like, say, something like chess. Now, depending on the path that you take, your experience may differ completely. If I go this path, for instance, I'll find 2 shops with $10, $100, and $100 is not a lot of money. This is inflation. It's 2024. That's not a lot of money. Instead, I want to beat up. I want to beat up some mini bosses. The more mini bosses I fight, the stronger that I feel. You know why? I take pleasure in beating people up. I also love question marks because I love gambling my life away and risking it all for a glimpse of glory. So we're gonna go on this right path, because if I go here, I get a bunch of question marks, and I get to beat up 2 big dudes. Defeat enemies. Okay, forget the tutorial. I'll tell you how to play. The tutorial, you don't need that. You have me, chat. You have me. Now look. Wow. This game did something very interesting. You know the next move of your enemy at every moment. You don't know which cards are going to be drawn. You have a sense of what cards could be drawn. You draw 5 every single turn, and you can modify that depending on certain modifiers. Sound familiar? We've seen this concept in Balatro. You also have a discard pile, which you can play with as well. There's actually different cards that work with either your draw pile or your discard pile. Sound familiar? It's kind of similar to Balatro as well. There's a lot of different things that, like, other games in the genre have taken inspiration from this. You also have, so you see my first relic as well. At the end of combat, I will heal at least 6 health. So if I take under 6 damage, or 6 exactly, I will be full health by the end of it. Your health does not recover naturally throughout your entire run. If you end this fight at 10 health, I will start the next fight healing plus 6 to 16. And if I make it to the boss with 1 health, I will have 1 health at the start of the boss fight. Your goal is to mitigate as much damage as you can while dealing as much as you can. And the way you do that is by using your cards. You know the enemy's move, and you can plan your tactics in the moment, as well as predict what's going to happen next based on probability. I know that I draw 5 cards. The problem is that my next 5 cards are all blocks, as well as 1 vulnerable bash and 1 strike. This means this turn I should be blocking, and next turn I should be doing damage. The problem is that God has forsaken me, and has given me 4 strikes and 1 defend. You know what that means? I get fucked. I only heal 6 at the end of combat. You know what that means? All the damage that I take in this round is going to be healed up as long as I take no more. Because this card gives me 5 block. Block prevents that amount of damage that you take. So if I get 5 block, it reduces the damage that I take by 5. What's 11 minus 5? That's 6. How much health do I heal at the end of combat? 6. If I take any more damage, I start the rest of this run in a daze. And I'm going to strike him down. Each of these strikes does 6 damage. And you see, you can choose any card at any moment to use on any valid target. Every card that you play has an energy cost at the bottom, at the top left, and every card is different. If it's an attack card, you use it at the moment. A defense card, you use it at the moment. There's aura cards. There's all kinds of different cards that I'll explain as we find them as well. But in general, you have a set number of moves that you can make each turn, and you need to make the right moves depending on what the enemy's actions are and what you want to achieve in this fight. This is the very, very fun part of the game. That is the tactical essence of this game. Okay. The tactical portion of this game is during the fights you can decide what are my tactics, what is my end goal of this fight, what do I want to do in this fight, how do I want to end up in this fight, and what am I going to do in order to get to that state. At the very beginning, it's very simple. I want to kill him and not be killed. Later on, that may get even more complex. I want to make money, and I want to make money as much as I can, and that requires me to kill a person in a certain way, but I also need to not die. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can play that only gets more and more complex as you get more and more cards, which you sometimes get after the end of combat. Now, let's get shit on. Oh, we're gonna turn on fast mode, alright? My brain is thinking, alright, chat? I'm going at 1,000,000 miles per hour. We need to think today, chat. Now, look at what the enemy is now going to do. You know everything that the enemy is going to do. What is the enemy going to do? They're going to block and use a buff. Now you may notice that they don't have a block yet. You act first. You always act first. You know what they're going to do after. You know what block does. Block causes you to take less damage. That applies to enemies too. When they block, they take less damage, and they're going to buff themselves. I know something about this enemy that you don't, that I'm not going to explain yet, but you're going to see it very soon. Now, this is the best time to attack, if only I had some. Instead, again, God is forsaking me and giving me defense. However, I only have 3 energy anyways. And what does Vulnerable do? What does Bash do? Read this carefully. Cost 2 energy. I only have 3, so I can only play 1 strike or 1 defend after, right? 2 plus 1 equals 3. Math. Quick maths. It deals 8 damage and applies 2 Vulnerable. They take 50% more damage from attacks. You read the order as well. It goes from top to bottom. You deal 8 damage and then you apply 2 vulnerable. It doesn't buff the damage itself. If I do this, I'm going to deal 8 damage to this worm. It's now vulnerable. My strike, going from 6 damage, it will now do 9 damage. Then, I sit there. I wait. Do you know why? I'm a cuck. I watch. I have no energy in my soul. You may notice as well that my discard pile has grown. You may also notice as well my draw pile is empty. Very insightful. Thank you, Ironclad. When this happens, and when you end your turn and your deck gets drawn again, your deck gets shuffled back into itself. So, the order in which you draw cards gets randomized again. Now we watch. He has bellowed. No more cards? Okay, stop! I don't need tutorial. Turn off the tutorial. Long press confirmation. Where is the tutorial? Turn off tutorial. I don't need a tutorial. I'm a genius. Anyways, you may have noticed that he used something called bellow. When he bellows, he gains +3 strength. It increases his attack damage by 3. Previously, he did 11 damage. That was a major attack. His minor attack would have only done 7 damage, but now it does 10 because he bellowed. So now he's going to do 10 damage to me. Now, what do I want to do? Again, my tactic in this fight is kill him and not be killed. And I don't want to take more than 6 damage in order to be healthy to beat up a bad boy over here. What I need to do is block all of this. I have 2 defense that give me, in total, 10 block, so I'm going to play the both. That will then block all the damage that he's going to do to me. I can't play my bash because it costs 2, which means I only have 1 more turn of vulnerable, but I do have some strikes. My upcoming deck is 3 strikes and 2 defense. If he does more than 10 damage, I'm going to take a lot of damage. So I need to do as much damage as I can in this turn. Well, I can't do much because I have no energy. So now we just wait. But you see, I took 0 damage. He still has block though. See this? His defense move is interesting in that when he did that attack, he also blocked at the same time. So he gains 5 block. Now, there's a couple of choices here, right? You may think, oh, he's intending to like buff or something. Or even if he's attacking, you may say, oh, I should defend, right? But think about it. Do the math. Quick maths. What's 6 times 3, right? Every strike does 6 damage. You got 3 cards, 3 strikes, and you have 3 energy. That's 18. What's 12 plus 5? That's 17. You only have 17 health. Get mathematically demolished. And I'm back to full health. When you finish combat, this is when you enter the strategical component of the game. This is where the game also shines, okay? The game at a tactical level is very fun, but at a strategical level, it is even more fun. This is when the framework comes into play. The framework is this. The framework is about simplifying your deck down to cards that fit some overall tactical play style that you want to have every single fight. So you can do this by adding cards and removing cards. You do this by shuffling around your deck and changing the options that are available to you in order to open up different play styles. Sometimes after combat, you get some spoils. You get some money, you might get some relics, you might get some items. But in particular, you almost always get a card. And each of these cards do something different. Now we're starting to see the complexity of the game. What you started with before was very simple. You get things like, blocks and attacks. Straightforward. Now you get things like this. You may get dual wield, choose an attack or a power card, add a copy of that card into your hand. So, if you have a power card, which I won't explain yet until we see it, or an attack card, like a strike, you can have an extra strike, or an extra bash. Bash is also an attack card. The problem is that you use this once, and this card will disappear. And the problem is that a bash card costs 2. So even if you have 2 bashes, you can't use them both. You might decide to go for a true grit instead. This gives 2 more block than a regular block. The problem is that you exhaust 1 card at random, which means 1 card in your hand gets removed for the rest of the combat. You can keep reusing this card. Actually, you can keep reusing this card too, because this one doesn't exhaust, sorry. If it doesn't say exhaust, you can keep using it over and over and over. You can keep reusing this card, but eventually you'll have no cards left in your deck to use. And it removes 1 card at random. If you need to attack on that turn, but you also need to block 7 damage, and you only have 1 strike and a bunch of blocks, you better hope that True Grit doesn't get rid of your strike and not your offense. It's a bit riskier. It's a much more risky playstyle. It reminds you of a Berserker playstyle almost. Very, very difficult to use, but could pay off if you use it well. It also does something interesting. It reduces your draw pile, so it makes it easier for you to consistently draw the cards that you need up to a limit. You can only use it like 10 times and then you automatically lose. There's another card though, Body Slam. I enjoy this card a lot. You deal damage equal to your block. So if in a turn you have to block, say 2 times, you get 10 block, right? And you have to strike. Well, why strike when you can Body Slam for 10 damage instead? Because it equals your block. I like Body Slam people. Move your body. Now, what we just went into was a question mark. Question mark has a random event. What we've gotten was the living wall. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, I'll let you go. The other says, I require change to see a new space. The third and final says, if you want to pass me, then you must grow. Now, we have now seen 3 different options, and this is primarily what you're going to be able to do with your cards throughout the entire game. You can remove cards from your deck, trim your deck down. This is very important because you draw 5 cards every time. It allows you to consistently get the same grouping of cards every single time in order to work with them. You may also transform a card. Transforming a card changes that card into a random other card. This effectively removes the card that you had and gives you another card in return, which may or may not be good for your build. This is very RNG. In the beginning, it doesn't really matter. Later on, however, it may ruin your build entirely. Again, what is your strategy? What's the overall strategy? And is this a good thing to go for? To put your hand in, to put your hand in the hands of fate. To put your card hand in the physical hands of fate. That's why I need your brain cells, chat. The last one is upgrading. This is a feature that we haven't encountered yet, but which we are going to now. When you upgrade a card, the card gets better. You may only upgrade the card once. Some cards may be upgraded multiple times, but in general, it's only once. When you upgrade the card, the stats on it get better. It starts to do different things. Defend, for instance, now blocks 8. The Strike now does 9 by default. Bash does 10, applies 3 vulnerable, so for 3 turns. Body Slam becomes free, which means you can use 3 blocks and then slam somebody in the face. I am an enjoyer of RNG. So I'm going to choose Transform. And since I already have Body Slam, I'm trying to go for a more defensive, offensive mixed build. I'm gonna get rid of a Strike. Striking does nothing for me. Striking does do a lot, but the problem is that if I strike, I can't defend. And I want a higher chance of getting some defensive card here. You can get anything, chat. No! It sucks! So what I got from that exchange was the Reckless Charge. This is an interesting card. You deal 7 damage for free. Mind you, it's a free attack. It does 1 more than Strike. Completely free. So you can do it no matter what you do. But you shuffle a Dazed into your draw pile. Dazed is very annoying. Dazed cards stay in your draw pile, and when you pull them out, you can't play them, but they disappear at the end of your hand. If you have 5 Dazed cards and you have a 5 draw pile, you draw 5 Dazes, you can't do anything. You're dazed. They disappear at the end and they won't get drawn again, but it forces you to be stuck with this Dazed card where you can't do anything. You just have to watch as the monster beats you up. Now we fight 2 different worms. These worms are interesting. On receiving attack damage, they roll up and they gain 3 block. So the first time you hit them, they'll roll up into a ball and gain 3 block. Okay? This means that when you hit them, if you don't kill them in 1 turn, you have to kill them in the next turn. Otherwise, it's not going to work. The problem is that there's 2 of them. And they're both attacking me at the same time. And they do 11 damage in total, 6 plus 5. I don't really have many good options here, okay? All I really can do is block the 5, take 6 damage, and hopefully heal the rest of it later. Which, that's not really good, but, my whole thing. How do I stop it from... Which isn't... Okay, so now it's fixed, sorry. Which isn't really good. So now we're in the same situation as we were when we were fighting the Jaw Worm, where we needed to take damage, but not too much damage, so that I have a better chance of fighting the elite later on. But I also can't burst these guys down because they're very, very tanky with their one-time block. Now, each of them curls up for a different amount of block. The green worm curls up for 5, but it has 13 health. The red worm curls up for 3, but it has 15 health. They do mostly the same damage, so it doesn't really matter. What you really want to do is get rid of at least one of these targets. This is where the complexity of the game starts to come in. Now your tactical choice is, who do I want to fight? Like, what is your general flow that you want to go towards in this fight, right? What I want to do is this. I'm going to outline my plan for you, and I'm going to execute very quickly. I want to kill the green worm. I hate worms. We're going to kill the green worm by doing a number of things. 1, I'm going to block 5. This is a major move. I actually messed up. Okay, change of plans. I'm going to block 5. I'm going to strike 1 worm and then body slam the other in order to make them curl up at least once. That will force them to block. Now, what this does and what this means is that for the rest of combat, they'll never be able to block again. I can't do anything more this turn anyways because of my energy limit, but next turn their block will disappear. And if I'm lucky and I pull my at least 2 attack cards, I can kill 1 worm because they have 8 and 9 health respectively. If I only pull blocks, I better hope that I can block all of their damage. Otherwise, we're in bad shape. We're in very bad shape. Good. They're doing nothing. Now, let's look at what they're going to do. This guy's going to buff. This guy's going to debuff me. So one is going to buff themselves, the other is going to debuff me. I don't want that worm to touch me, and I got all of my attack cards. When my next draw will shuffle all my cards. I get at least one block. So if I get Body Slam again from the shuffle, I can use the block damage to kill the other one. Either way, I can kill at least one of them and get the other one very close to dying. And I don't like being debuffed. There's no point blocking there, by the way. You get blocked, but it disappears at the end of your turn anyways. Even if the enemy doesn't hit you. However, using Reckless Charge added 1 daze, so I'll have at least one attack card. No, sorry, I'll have at least one a block, 1 dazed, and 3 random cards on the reshuffle. If I'm lucky, I get an attack. Good. I can kill him here. Which is good, because he buffed himself to add 3 strength. They actually get very, very strong over time. I could have blocked all of his damage, but why do that when I just kill him? I heal back to full. That was my tactics. Now, what is my strategy? Again, my strategy is I'm trying to go for a more defensive, offensive build, right? One that over time will allow me to stay alive as much as I can. Now, I have a couple of really good options here. There's different tiers to cards. Gray cards are very common. They're useless. They're the cards that, you find on the street, or that your grandfather leaves to you and it says, "Hey, Sonny boy, this baseball card I got signed by the player himself," and it's some no-name player from some local team, right? The blue cards, that's the good stuff, okay? That's the hockey card that you got signed by Ovechkin themselves. That you got Ovechkin's sweat onto your hockey card, and he spit on you at the same time. Amazing, right? These are the cards that you pay good money for, and that you sell not at the garage sale, but on Pawn Stars. Then there's 2 of them. Okay, let's go through every single card. But there's 2 good cards, 1 mediocre card. Let's see what they do. First, the mediocre card, Warcry. Draw 1 card, put a card from your hand onto the top of your draw pile. This lets you switch out your cards. This lets you shuffle through your deck faster and switch one of your cards in your hand that might be bad. Let's say you draw a hand full of blocks and the enemy is not attacking at all. The enemy intends to buff, right? And you need to deal damage now in order to make the rest of the fight easier. You know that your draw pile has a bunch of attacks, and you know that if you switch one of your blocks for an attack now, it'd be better. You use this in order to swap the 2 like sets of hands. Basically, you basically swap 1 card in your hand for something else. It's handy in certain cases. The only problem is that it exhausts. You can only do it once. It's a single clutch move, which I'm not really about clutch moves. I'm about consistency. I love consistency. What's more consistent than a one-time use Warcry? Taking damage. I've always taken damage in every single fight so far. Blood for the Blood does this very, very well. Blood for the Blood costs 1 less energy for each time you lose HP this combat, and it deals 18 damage, which is good because it costs 4 energy. As long as you get hit 3 times, you effectively have an 18 damage strike. You get hit 4 times, this bad boy's free. You may be dead, but hey, you deal a lot of damage, alright? Your last one is Rampage. This is a very interesting card, which I think I actually might get this as a card. Rampage, the more you use it, the more the damage increases every single time you use it. So if you can keep drawing this card and using it, it'll deal more and more and more and more damage. You use this 3 times, it already does more damage than Blood for Blood, and you don't even have to take damage for it. That's why I enjoy this card. But you need to be able to consistently draw this card. Do you see what I'm getting at now? Your draw pile and the number of cards that you draw in your hand are directly related to the different types of strategies and tactics that you can employ in combat. If I want to use Rampage effectively, I now need to get rid of most of my cards. I need to get rid of every single attack card except for Rampage. This is the only card that's worth anything, because the more that I can draw this, the stronger it gets. But to consistently draw this, I either need to draw 1 more card or 2 more cards per hand, or I need to reduce my deck down to 5. I'm a gambling man. I believe that we're going to be able to do so by the end of this run. Now, we leave our fate up to chance. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. One other thing that this game does very, very well, that I wish more games did, text effects. I really enjoy these things. Now, upon closer inspection, they're tied to strings from the holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? You have a number of options. You may eat a banana, which heals you by 26 HP. I've never eaten a banana and felt healed. I eat a banana and I need to take a shit. So maybe this is a lie. You may eat a donut to gain +5 max HP. So right now my max HP is 80, and it will now be 85, which means that in total I'll have more health to play with as long as I can consistently heal up. Or I can obtain a relic, which causes me to become cursed with regret. Unplayable. Regret is a curse. Cursed cards stay in your hand and they do bad things to you. You're cursed. You can't play the card, so you can't get rid of it, and at the end of your turn, you lose HP equal to the number of cards in your hand. So if you play only one card in your hand, your 4 other cards plus regret, it deals 5 damage total. Because you have 4 plus 5, plus 1. Sorry, plus 1 equals 5. I'm not a mathematician. However, a relic is like these things. They give you permanent buffs for the rest of your run. This one, Burning Blood, is your starter relic for the Ironclad. Your body's own blood burns with an undying rage, healing you for 6 HP at the end of combat. If this is as good as that, we may be in a good spot. And I'm a gambling man. We lost. GG. I don't think this one actually is good. Yeah, this one kind of sucks. Well, actually, this one hard cancels it. So basically, the curse deals damage based on your number of cards in your hand. You always draw a maximum of 5 cards in your hand. Okay, so at most, that curse can always ever do 5 damage. Okay. This reduces that damage, or any damage that you take that is 5 or less, to 1. So if you block 6 damage of 11 damage and you have 5 left, you take 1 damage instead of 5. Right? Like, mathematically, it makes sense. Obviously, this deals damage directly to your HP, so you can't block it. But still, that's pretty good. Combined with a healing relic, actually, we actually can stay very, very healthy. I didn't mean... You grab the box, inside you find a relic. However, you really crave the donut. You were filled with sadness, but mostly regret. No regrets. Oh no. I regret my choices immediately. Now there's a worm. There's a wormy worm. There's slime. Sorry, he's slime. But we have options. Remember, what did we get? We got Torii Gates. Whenever we hold the Torii Gates, holding the small Torii, you feel a sense of calm and safety drift through your minds. Whenever we take 5 or less damage, we reduce it to 1. What can we do here? Look at the board. Think about this. I'll give you 5 seconds, alright? Do you know why? The moment I entered this room, I already knew the answer. Can you get the answer in the 5 seconds? No! Because you're not the streamer. I am. I'm the smart one here. Go back to chat. We're going to kill the small war. In total, these things do 15 damage, right? If I can reduce the damage in total down to 5, then we win. However, you may be thinking, oh, but I only have 1 block. I can only reduce the damage by 5, so I take 10 damage. Well, you're wrong. There's another way to reduce damage, and that's to kill something. If you kill this stupid slime right here by doing more than 11 damage to it, you reduce the damage you would take by 5. What does more than 11 damage? 2 strikes. Now, the final worm does 10 damage. You reduce it by 5 with a block. He does 5 damage to you, which gets reduced down to 1. The curse activates, you have 2 cards. Then I take 2 more damage. I take 3 damage. My burning blood can still heal me. Watch. Oh. Sometimes, I'm amazed how smart I am. You know what I mean? And look at the luck of the draw. My deck had 3 blocks and 5 attacks. Well, 1 attack that depends on my blocks, but still, it's 5 attacks. I can use these to deal a lot of damage. Why? He's only gonna do something bad to me. I don't know what a slime's gonna do to me. I don't want to know what a slime can do to me. I've seen the hentai. I've seen the rule 34 about slimes. We need to kill this guy fast. And I got my rampage. Now my rampage does more damage. Now, next time I use it, it'll deal 13 damage. But it doesn't matter. We got lucky. When I used the Reckless Charge, 1 daze went into the draw pile. I only draw 5 cards, there were 3 already in their blocks. There was a good chance that I would have drawn another block as that final one, and I wouldn't have been able to kill him. Sure, I would have taken no damage, but I wouldn't have been able to kill him either. Or if I got the curse, I would have taken damage for like free. But I get the bash, he's like headed. If he even has a head. Do slimes have heads? I don't know. Slime can give head. Now look, we have choices now. You can always skip your choices. If you don't like your choices, you can always say, I'll move on. But there's some choices that actually are pretty good here. Let's read them all. Anger. In your anger, what do? You deal 6 damage and you add a copy of this card into your discard pile. Read this carefully. It adds a copy of this card into your discard pile. When you use 1 anger, that card goes into your discard pile, and then another copy of it goes into your discard pile. Your deck goes from 13 cards to 14 cards, because you now have 2 angers. Every time you use anger, which is a free card, you get more and more anger. You get more and more angry, and your card keeps filling up with anger. Just like real life anger, it pollutes the mind. Let that sink in. Just like real life anger, it pollutes the mind until all you can think about is the anger within you, until all you can do is lash out to everything around you. Why bother when you can keep your mind clear and go on a rampage? The other one is flex. You may flex your muscles gaining 2 strength, but at the end of this train you lose 2 strength. That's right, folks. Gains are not permanent. If you don't work on working out every single day, keeping your body in peak physical form, you will lose strength. You will eventually fall. It's important for you to stick with your workout regimen, because if you don't, you'll lose your strength, just like this card does. Very sad. Strength does something very interesting. Every attack that you play deals bonus damage. And this is very interesting because if you use this card on a hand where you have a bunch of attacks, you deal +2 damage for each one. If we have 3 energy, and we have 3 total attacks that we can play, this effectively adds 6 damage to your turn. That could be enough to kill most enemies. The last card is Cleave. Simple, short, sweet. Got a bunch of dudes, right? Got a bunch of mooks here, right? Like, you know, a red goblin here, red goblin here, red goblin here. You slice them all, and they're all dead. You slice them. You deal 8 damage to all enemies. It's not that good because it's like, it depends on like what you do. And again, it only really is good for like mooks, like, you know, the low level mobs. It's not good against mini bosses or bosses because it's usually only one person, right? And it only does 8 damage across all of them. Sure, that's a lot of damage for one cost if there's more than 2 enemies, but still, it's a heavy investment to make that is only good for clearing rooms up to the boss, which you can probably do through other means. I like to flex instead. I like to show off my like muscles. I go, ugh! I have no muscles. I've been so busy that I haven't been able to work out in like a month. We go kill the elite. Ah, fuck! I wish I had Cleave. Oh, I wish I had Cleave. Oh, this one's annoying. This one's really bad. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so this one's hard. This is a very difficult mini boss. What this mini boss does is very interesting, and you'll see it soon, so I won't explain it yet. But what we can see right now is this. The middle one is going to attack me for 9 damage, and the other 2 are going to debuff me. They're going to apply some negative effect onto me. They all have an artifact buff on them as well, which negates 1 debuff. So if I use Bash on one of them, it won't apply the vulnerable, because it's currently immune to it. Now I have a couple of options here. Again, 3 energy, and what's my hand? I have 1 strike, 1 defend, and 1 bash that costs energy. A free flex, and a free reckless charge. I can do a fair number of things. What I do know is that I want to reduce damage as much as I can. If I can reduce the damage to 5 or lower, I take only 1 damage. And if I block for 5, it'll do 4 damage, which gets reduced down to 1. I'll still be within Burning Blood healing range. What's my next set of hands? I can draw some defense, as well as strikes, as well as a rampage body slam, as well as no regrets. I'm hoping to draw some defense next, and I'll show you why soon. But I think what we need to do is minimize damage that we take now and deal as much damage as we can. Flex, thankfully, is free, so flex it up. You may defend and block some damage, and now we can do a reckless charge and a strike. You're going to see why I'm going to target this unit first, in particular before these other 2. Okay, but I'm going to target the front one first. I now have a Daze in my deck, so I have to hope that I don't draw a Curse and a Daze and only strike, so I'm going to take a lot of damage because of this. Now, they apply Daze to my deck. He does damage to me, they apply Daze to my deck, and then they switch. They switch what they do. They take turns. There, have you noticed something? Now the outer ones deal the same damage as the inner one, but the inner one is now going to debuff me. And what did they debuff me with? They added Dazes to my discard pile. So not on this set of draws, but the next time I shuffle my deck, there's going to be a bunch of Dazes in them. And the longer that you go in this fight, the worse that it gets. Now we have a number of options here, right? We need to at least mitigate damage down to at least 5 in order to survive, okay? We need to try and use this Rampage if we can, because Rampage will get stronger and stronger over the course of the fight, and this is going to be a very long fight. However, we also need to kill at least one of these in order to reduce damage down to 5, possibly, because they do 18 damage, and I can only block 10. I have a couple of potions. Potions are consumables that you can use during combat that deal damage or apply effects to you. There's a bunch of things that they can do. They all do something different, which is very, very useful. The Dexterity Potion gives you +2 Dexterity, increases the block that you gain from your cards. This gives you Dexterity across the entire fight. It's a very strong card I don't want to use yet, potentially. Instead, I want to use my Fire Potion. Deals 20 damage to one single target. I can then block twice, reduce this damage down to 0 entirely. I can then use my Rampage on it and kill it. So now I take 0 damage this turn. The Daze I had burns away too. Now, we get into the cycle. This is a cycle of pain and suffering. This is the cycle. Now they keep switching, okay? And we have a bunch of dazes in the deck. We're about to shuffle back. It's a very good chance that my first hand drawn in the next turn is going to be just dazes. So we have to be careful here. You also see your exhausted cards here. You exhausted, your daze card. Again, if I block at least 5, the damage goes down to 1. But I also have regrets. So I'll take at least 2 damage from regrets because I can play 2 strikes. He has the least amount of health, so I'm going to try and kill him first. And if I'm correct in what cards that I draw, I predict that by the time it's this one's attack turn again, he'll be dead. Which means that this one will be debuffing me, not doing any damage, and I can focus on dealing damage on that turn. Basically, you just try to gauge how much damage you can potentially do based on your draws, and you try to time it correctly with how they switch their rolls. So let's take 2 damage total. Ow, 3. Sorry, 3. That's because that's that. We've only taken 4 damage so far. We can still take 2 damage, and we'll still be good for the sake of healing back with Burning Blood. Now we can cut this guy down. We can do a lot of damage. We have 2 strikes here. We can hit the one that's currently debuffing, and next turn, if I'm lucky, if I pull some attack cards that deal more than 14 damage, I can kill him before he does damage to me. But I will take at least one more damage here. Well, I got shit on. No, I didn't get shit on. Holy moly. Wait, what's 6 plus 7? That's 13. I got shit on. So, I wanted to kill him on this turn to prevent him from doing damage to me, but because of my dazes, I'm dazed. They keep dazing me. They keep hitting me with like psychic waves, okay? This is why aliens are scary. This is why people on the Eclipse got like crazy and stuff, and why they kept on, saying stuff like, close the windows, put the tinfoil on! Because they believe that these things were outside, that these things would descend upon Earth to daze you. All I can do is block 5, reduce the damage down to 1, which is my cap of damage that will be healed by Burning Blood, because then now I'll have taken 6 damage total after this turn. I can only ever get close to killing him. My next turn, I need to hope that I can block all the incoming damage. I don't. So now I take 7 damage total, and I'm going to be down 1 health by the end of this fight. But at least I get to kill this one on the next turn. I could also risk it for the biscuit and save my attack on this turn for this guy instead. So I could instead attack the second guy and hope that I draw an attack on the next turn to kill this guy. But if I draw a Rampage, it might be worth it to use that damage onto this guy instead of this guy. I choose to use Rampage on the second guy. How about I don't do anything? I'm just dazed. All I can do is block, flex, and then my muscles deflate, kind of like a synthol. It's like a synthol muscle, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah, I regret everything. Now, you may recall that regret does something very painful. Every card in your hand causes you to lose health. But I have 1 plus energy, but I can't play these. These are unplayable. So I take 1 damage because of Torii Gate from his attack, because I'm blocking 5 for it. 4 gets reduced down to 1. I take 3 damage here. I take 4 total damage. I have now lost 11 health total. We're not looking too hot here, chat. We are not looking too hot. But now, bash his head in. Cave his head in! If I draw 2 attacks here, he's dead. Now, we're clear. Do you see the tactical depth of this game? This is practice. Practice for what we're going to be doing in about 2 or 3 hours, okay? We're already 45 minutes in, so I'm going to stop to give you a tutorial on the game until we encounter something new. But for the most part, you get the general flow of this game and why it's so good. You get to think and think and think. And this game is cheap, okay? Spire is like dirt cheap. There's so much content. You can play this game for like hundreds of hours, and you'll still find builds that you haven't seen, and there's a million mods for this game. There's even sexy mods for this game. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, we have just stumbled upon the holy grail of cards. One of the best cards in the game that I enjoy a lot. That's right. Armament. No, I'm just kidding. We stumbled upon a Reaper. Reaper is a fantastic card. When you fight a lot of enemies, you deal 4 damage to all of them. But, this is the key, any damage that you deal that's unblocked with this card, you heal. You heal. Healing is a very rare thing. You don't heal after combat normally. It's only because of my relic. To get a heal, you need to spend money in some way, or you need to find a potion. Sorry, I'm so gassy. It's a very rare circumstance to be able to heal the damage that you've taken. To have a heal in combat, that's even better. This one's really good. As long as you can time it well and they're not blocking, you're taking a lot of damage. You can heal it all back up. You face 3 enemies, you hit them all with this 1 move, and you flex. Remember, flex gives you strength, but decreases all the damage that you deal, that's 6, 12, 18 healing if you get it all perfectly. If you upgrade it, it's 5 by default. There's armament. This is like a defend, but there's a key difference to it. Unlike a defend, it also upgrades a card in your hand for the rest of combat. If you use this enough times, all of the cards in your hand could be upgraded fully. And if you upgrade armament itself, it upgrades all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. It's a free upgrade as long as you can use it consistently. Sword Boomerang is very nice. It's like a berserk move. You deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Or 4 times if you upgrade it. The key is that it's a multi-hit move. Think about this. Strength increases all the damage that you do by 2. Every single hit that you deal gets increased by 2. For a normal strike, that just increases your damage by 2. For a move that hits 3 times, that increases your damage by 2, plus 2, plus 2, by 6. This skill does 6 bonus damage to a single enemy off of 1 single flex. Multi-hit skills are very strong. However, I'm a sucker for health. I love sucking people. Now we go to a campfire, a new element in the game. Get to do a number of things. And this is why healing is very difficult. You may rest to heal your health. 30% of your max HP, which heals me to by 24 health. Or you may smith. You may upgrade a card, which we've seen the effects of upgrading. They can be very, very good for your playstyle as long as you do them. Now I'm pretty healthy. I don't need 20 for healing. So I want to upgrade a card. A particular card that's going to help us a lot. Body Slam. Because on a turn where I only defend, if I can get a free Body Slam in as well, that's huge. I have 3 energy. Without upgrading the Body Slam, you can only play 2 defense, get 10 block total, use Body Slam for 10 damage. With a free Body Slam and 3 energy, you now play 3 defense, get 15 block, do a Body Slam for 15 damage. It's so fucking good! Remember the pathway. We choose a life of war. We go to here, we kill this guy, this weak mob, and we go up and we beat up his boss and his boss's cousins. Oh no, he's gonna steal my money! I hate this guy. Whenever he attacks you, he steals 15 gold. And after 3 turns, he will try to run away. You need to kill this guy ASAP. I can block all of his damage. I take 1 damage from Ragret, but he's stealing my cash the further and further that we go. Brain cells, bold of you to assume that I have any. Chat, don't say that. I need your brain cells, please. We need your brain cells today, chat. We need all of your brain cells. Today is going to be a thinking game day, okay? I'm going to use Reaper here because I can block 1 damage, get Torii Gate, reduce it down that one. But Burning Blood won't heal me back to full. Instead, I can heal myself back to full now. Problem is, I still do need to kill him. He's not going to do 12 damage. That's a lot of damage. Holy shit, why is he doing so much damage? I'm going to block as much as I can. 12 damage. I can't block it down and reduce it down with the Torii Gates. So I'm kind of boned. But I can at least do this. I have 2 free moves here, you may notice. I have a free Reckless Charge and a Body Slam. And I have a Bash. You may remember Bash increases your damage by 50% if you apply it first by applying Vulnerable. So the 5 damage becomes 7. This becomes 10. He shits on me. But you may have noticed a weird mechanic there. When he hit me, he took 3 damage. That's because I have spikes. The bronze scales that I got from killing the elite, sorry, I forgot to even talk about this, gives you 3 thorns at the beginning of combat, which does damage every time somebody hits you. So now we have a bunch of different strategies. My strategy is to be hit. I have to be beat up. I need people to beat me up. I don't know if I like that. Now we have a number of cards, and we now have finally encountered a power card. I alluded to this card before. Some cards interact with this interestingly. Feel No Pain is a power card. Power cards give you a buff that exists for the entire combat. What this one does is whenever a card is exhausted, you gain 3 block. Boy oh boy, do I love that. I already have Rampage, and drawing 1 extra card doesn't really do much, because all my cards cost energy, right? There's only 2 cards that don't, and it's very risky to bet that 2 out of 15 cards is going to be useful for me on that draw. Instead, I feel no pain. Emotionally, I'm dead inside. I feel no emotional pain. Now we get a chest. Every time you go through a map at the midway point, you can choose to get a chest. In this chest, you get a random relic and some gold. We get the frozen egg. Which means that every time we add a power card into a deck, like that Feel No Pain, we automatically upgrade it. The problem is I got it after I got this power card, so I got shit on. The egg lies inert and frozen, never to hatch. Now we fight another elite. I am so dead. This guy is interesting. This is the worst first turn too. This guy is going to buff himself. Why? I'm going to show you why he's going to buff himself. He's now enraged. Whenever I play a skill, he gains 2 strength. The more skills that I use, the stronger he gets. So what is a skill, you may ask? Well, every card has a classification. Use an attack like Body Slam, it's fine. Use something like Flex, that's a skill, buddy. You flex, you flex, he flex. You block, he flex. All he does is flex. I'm gonna Reaper him. That deals 6 damage, so that's fine. And we're gonna do 9 damage with Striker. Ow. So now I'm vulnerable. And you may notice that he applied vulnerable to me. And now he does 21 damage. And remember, skills increase his damage by 2. But because of vulnerable, it's actually increasing his damage by 3. Because vulnerable does 50% more damage. What's 50% of 2? It's 1. Plus 1, that's 3. So he actually gains 3 damage every time you use a skill. This guy, you basically take a lot of damage and you need to kill him ASAP. You need to hope that you get a lot of attack skills. And thankfully we drew all of our blocks at the beginning of the game. So now we just strike him down. I could use a Flex here to do a lot of damage, but know that he'll gain 3 more damage on me. Ooh, I'm gonna take 24 damage and I can do nothing about it. Nothing. I have 2, what? Oh no, strength increases all damage. Even though I have no block because I have 2 strength, this does at least 2. So I can do all of these attacks because 2 of them are free and 1 is not. Cut him down. Oh! And he doesn't stop. You know why? He doesn't want to stop. He keeps on going. Now we have a number of options here. I can block, but he does, again, another 3 damage. So I block for 5 damage, he does another 3 damage. He does 2 damage bonus. I basically only block, like, I basically take 2 more damage, or I only take 2 less damage by blocking. However, if I flex again, then I'm taking, like, the same damage anyways. Whereas I just want to flex and deal as much damage as I can to him. And hope for the best. Basically, the net gain on his damage outweighs my net gain on, like, blocking up until I lose vulnerable. So now I got shit on. So I have 26 health out of 80. Now we see why healing is important. Some of these guys mess you up. We get 28 gold, and every elite that you kill gives you a new relic, and I got the best one for my situation, the Red Skull. When I'm below 50% HP, I gain 3 strength. Guess who is almost dead? Me. We get the Juggernaut. This is the best power for my build, okay? Remember what I said? I go defensive, offensive. I want people to beat me up so that I can beat them up. What do you do when you... what happens when you get beat up? You take damage. How do you not take damage? You block. But what happens when you block? You don't deal damage. Well, now you do. Now you deal damage when you block. With a Juggernaut card. Again, healing is for pussies. I only smith around here. I only build. Fuck, I have no good cards to build, actually. I shouldn't... No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I should have healed because I forgot that I have no good cards to build. What I want to build mainly are my blocks. That's where most of the value is. I could build my Rampage to make it scale faster. The problem is that you have to live to scale. So I will kind of want to live by getting my defense. My Juggernaut card gets automatically upgraded because of my Frozen Egg. We just gotta defend. I'm a believer in the shield build. RNG. You walk into a room to find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Ho-ho! Hello, hello! What do we got here? Hello, adventurer. I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? I can agree. Gain 175 gold and be cursed to have doubts, which is unplayable and applies 1 week to me, which lowers my damage by 50% for that turn. Or I can disagree. Gain nothing. I'm already rich. I already have my investment fund. I don't want to be weak. I don't want to have any doubt. That's a cute worm. That's a tapeworm. The serpent stares at you with a look of extreme disappointment. Now, I know I said that I enjoy question marks, but the problem is that I'm afraid. But fear is the mind killer. And you know whose mind cannot be killed? Mine. Because my mind is throbbing. Oh! RNG, baby! Woohoo! 26 gold! And a pen nib. Every 10th attack you apply deals double damage. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, so you just beat them both up. All paths lead to the same thing, a campfire. So I'm gonna go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, get shit on. Oh, I'm gonna get shit on. I'm gonna get shit on really bad. Oh, I'm gonna get shit on really bad. Let's play Juggernaut here, so that I can block all the damage with this 1 defense. And I deal 7 damage to some random. Nice. Now this is an interesting enemy. That's like rat. When the rat dies, he applies 2 vulnerable to me. This guy will constantly lick me too to make me frail, which reduces the amount of block that I get from block cards, which is annoying to say the least. Anyways, die. So that card would have given me 5 block, but I only got 3 because of his move, which I hate him. So now we kill him by just blocking. I block and I kill. Fairy in a bottle. When you would die, you heal to 30% of your max HP, and instead discard this potion. It is a one-time save. Now, again, you can choose to skip cards. I'm going to choose to skip these cards, and I'm going to explain why once. And only once. What's my strategy? Blocking. What do these cards do? Not block. You can apply Weak and Vulnerable to all enemies, and you exhaust this card so it disappears forever. The problem is that it costs 2, and if it only relies on you facing multiple enemies. And Weak is good, but actually that's pretty good. Actually, I'll take that. I'm not a pussy. Fuck, maybe I should have actually healed. I don't know about this. Well, look at this. Yeah. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Okay, yeah, cool. This boss does something interesting. He changes forms. In his offense form, right now, he does damage. In his defensive form, he doesn't take damage, but he does damage to you back with some spikes. He only changes forms when you deal enough damage to him. I need to deal enough damage to him to prevent me from dying in the next turn, or from him blocking. So now he changed form into defensive form. He gets a lot of block, and he's going to buff himself anyways. In defensive form, it's scary because he gets sharp hide. So I take 3 damage every time I deal damage to him. I'm going to feel no pain. Wait, I can't do anything. I should get shit on. I'm going to use both of my powers here because I can't attack him. If I attack him, I take 3 damage plus his 9 damage, which means I go down to like 11 health. Instead, I'd rather take just 9 damage and go down to 15 health. I'm gonna have some regrets anyway, so we just shit on. Now he does 8 times 2. I'm gonna make him weak. So now he only does 12 damage total, 6 times 2 hits. But I only have 13 health. I only have 14 health actually. So 3 block plus 11 health, which means 13 health. I can block for 8. Actually, now I'm fine. That's okay. It's fine. I'm alive. I'm okay. Oh, and I exhausted my days. I forgot. When you do feel no pain, I forgot that power. It means that every time you exhaust a card, you gain 3 block. So now, you may remember, my Reckless Charge gives me a daze inside of my deck, which means if I can exhaust that card, I also get 3 more block, which deals 7 damage. Now he's going to do 12 damage, and I need to do 40 damage to change his form to a cocksucker mode. I need to do a lot of damage. I need to... Okay, the strike does 13, 26, 39... You're shitting me. I have to block. Then I do Reaper. Because I did 7 damage to him, I still need to do 33 damage. Fuck. Sucks his blood. Nice blood, buddy. But the healing was a lot because of my bonus strength. So I healed up like a fair amount, and he took a lot of damage from my thorns, which is nice. He's about to change down, so I do this, and then I do this. My Rampage hit for a lot, and I do that. Pen Nib activated. It's going to activate on my next attack here. My next attack is going to do bonkers damage, okay? Which means we gotta go crazy on this turn. I'm gonna have to do my highest damage attack here to really seal the deal. 24. Do 39 damage. Make it vulnerable. Do another damage. I take 3 damage. Body slam for 7 is going to be useless now. Ow. Cool. He now does 12 damage. I'm going to die. I get 5 block, and I'm going to get 3 block once that daze exhausts, which gives me 8 block, and then I have 5 health. How much health is that? What's 8 times? What's 8 plus 8? 16. No, what's 5 plus 8? That's 13. Oh, it's 5 plus 8. 13. He does 12 damage. Wow, I got shit on. My math was wrong. But I've never been more glad to be wrong at math in my entire life. Now I need to somehow kill him in this turn. If I don't kill him, I get shit on. I'm gonna lose my fairy bottle. I don't know about this one, Mrs. Stark. Mrs. Stark, I don't know about this one. Okay, Mrs. Stark, I'm gonna have to use a skill potion. So what a skill potion does, it adds a skill card to your deck, Mrs. Stark. So it adds a skill card to your hand, which will exhaust or something. Oh, no, you get to keep it, which will cost 0. I gain 12 block. I deal 4 damage back to him every time he hits me. But every time I gain block, I deal 7 damage. Let's go. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. There are tiers to cards. You may know that this is a gold tier card. You get Demon Form and Berserk and Impervious. Impervious? Sucks dick. Donkey dick. I don't even know why you would ever get this. Block doesn't stay with you unless you get a particular card, in which case Impervious is the best card in the game. Until you get that card, it doesn't matter. But I'm too early into my playthrough to get any extra cards. Instead, what we can get is Berserk, which gives us 1 vulnerable for 1 turn. But every other turn after, we have 4 energy to work with. If we have high energy cost cards, that could be a godsend. However, Demon Form increases our strength over time, adding 3 strength every single turn. Which means we do 3 damage the longer that we live. And all we do is live. Now we get to choose a relic. The boss relics are much stronger than any other relic in the game. Impervious indeed. So impervious that I can't even touch that card. We now get a number of cool relics. We can replace our Burning Blood with a Black Blood, in which case we heal 12 HP at the end of combat. We stay even healthier. We choose Sacred Bark and double the effectiveness of potions. So one that gives plus 2 dexterity gives us plus 4. One that would heal us back to 30% max HP heals us to 60%. We may also get the Astrolabe. We can pick up, once we get this, we transform 3 cards into any random cards, and then we upgrade them. I love gambling. Wait, that actually, okay, don't transform curse cards. I learned this the hard way. You transform a curse card, you'll transform it into another curse card, and then you upgrade it, which I don't know what that does. What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? Ooh-wee. I got Carnage, which is great. If you don't use Carnage, you lose it forever. So you have to use Carnage, otherwise it gets exhausted from your hand for the rest of your playthrough. We got Impervious, fuck. Oh, we got Impervious. And we got Bludgeon. Deals 42 damage. We got a lot of damage cards. Actually, we traded damage cards for better damage cards. That's actually 5 red. Now every time you beat a boss, you heal. In the normal difficulty, you heal up to full, but as you get higher and higher difficulty, you heal less and less and less. And you know my overall strategy, I'm gonna beat the bosses, okay? Let's find a route with the most bosses. If I go here, you get 2 bosses. If I go here, you get 2 bosses. If I go here, you get 2 bosses. If I go here, you get no bosses. So we're gonna go this way to get bosses. And I also want question marks. I also need to spend my money at a shop. It's very important for me that I make a pit stop at the nearest gas station, okay? We need to find a spot with a lot of question marks and a really good pit stop. And I found one. 1, 2, 3 question marks. 1 boss over here. Go to the campfire, get a chest, campfire, fight the boss, question mark, shop, question mark, campfire. Fuck. Yo. Eat shit! I demolished that guy. Holy shit, I one-shot him. He got demolished, chat. Jesus Louises. Now we do this, okay? Again, in order to reduce the damage down to 1 with my Torii Gates, I'm going to do a Reckless Charge, and I'm going to use my Feel My Pain. I can't use Demon Form, unfortunately, because it costs 3. Kind of hard to use, but if I could use it eventually, it would be nice. Goal is to minimize damage and not have all of my money get stolen. That's the goal, alright? I don't want people to steal my money. I want people to know that you're not allowed to steal my money. It's messed up, bro. Now he's gonna try to run away. I have to break through his thing, otherwise he steals 45 gold. He's gonna steal my gold. I don't do enough damage. No, I'm out of here. God damn it. Whatever, we got some Distilled Chaos, plays the top 3 cards of my draw pile. We add a card to our deck, we can get some Bloodletting. You lose HP, you gain 2 energy. It doesn't matter because I can just heal anyways. I love losing health. We go into a thing and we encounter the Ancient Writing. Scaling the city, you notice a wall covered in the writing of ancients. As you try to wrap your head around what the puzzling symbols and glyphs could mean, the writing begins to glow. Suddenly the message becomes clear. You may either upgrade all strikes and defense, which is disgusting. I may not have any strikes left, but upgrading all your defense makes them all 8 costs. Or you remove a card from your deck. I hate being cursed. I hate being cursed more than I love being lived. So I choose the answer of elegance, of course. Another question mark gives us another event, the Council of Ghosts. As you continue your ascent, thick black smoke begins to billow out of the ground and the walls around you, coalescing into 3 mass forms that start to speak. Another puppet of Neo, I think. Agreed. She always makes the funniest toys. You know, no besides grin as the third addresses you. Ignore the others. Would you like a taste of our power? You may choose to refuse and nothing will happen to you. But if you accept, there's something very interesting about these cards. You get the Apparition card, which I really enjoy. Costs 1 energy, gives you 1 intangible. Intangible is an interesting status effect. You take 1 damage per attack on that turn. Even if the attack would do 1,000 damage, you only take 1 damage. However, if you don't use the card, it will disappear from your hand. You have to use them when you get them, or you lose them forever. And even if you use them, they disappear forever. It is a very good way of reducing your damage. The problem, you lose 40 max HP. Not 40%, you lose flat 40. I only have 80, so that's basically 50% of my max health. But with 5 apparitions, I can potentially reduce damage even more across the entire playthrough, more than my lost max health. I agree. Excellent! As the ghostly shape speaks, you notice its large mouth opening wider and wider. Thick black smoke spews forth and envelops the room. You can't see or breathe. Just where you lose consciousness, sensation stops. Whatever those things were, they're gone now. You continue on, feeling rather hollow. We once again go to a question mark. Potions always appear in combat rewards. Holy moly, I'm gonna be drinking all day long. Don't do that, that's bad for you. It's the birds! The birds are interesting. I also pulled 2 apparitions, which is awful. The birds are interesting. The way that the birds work is this. When you hit them, if you hit them enough times, they won't do any damage. But they will take more damage on their next turn. Right now, they take less damage. You have to hit them 3 times in order to land them onto the ground for them to take normal damage. Right now, they reduce damage by 50%. They also get stronger as combat goes on. So the longer that you wait, the stronger that they are. I'm gonna use Demon Form because I don't know what I'm doing. Impervious! Now remember, Impervious gives you 40 block. Every time they do that caca, they gain +1 strength. However, any damage that I do gets reduced by half. So my body slam should be doing 86 damage, right? But if I hit him, I actually deal only 43 damage. Why is it dealing 86 damage? What the fuck? Deals damage equal to my block. Oh, because I have a pen nib. Holy shit, I can just one-shot him. Eat shit. Wow. Now I also drew 2 apparitions, which are kind of useless. Again, I have 40 block. I can block all of this, and every time they hit me, they take thorns. If you land them, this is an unstated thing. They also change their attack pattern down to a single attack. They took more damage hitting me than I took damage from them. Now, you do a couple of fun things here. You can let this guy kill himself, which is very, very nice. This other guy, however, you need to kill ASAP. So why don't I just Carnage him? Then I block. They're very important here. Then I Reckless Charge. 1 hit, he kills himself. He deals 5 damage, I take 0. Boom, done. Energy Potion. Shit. Need backup! Searing Blow can upgrade any number of times. That's a waste. I can do Thunderclap, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That's a waste. I can draw 1 card. That's a waste. I skip. We kill the boss. I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Every time you receive attack damage from this guy, he adds a wound to your pile. When you're wounded, you can't do anything. So if you take damage from him, well, he adds more shit cards to your hand. But there's a way to mitigate that. You do apparitions. And apparition stacks. Again, reduce all damage taken and HP lost to 1. You use 2, it'll last into the next turn. He now does 1 damage. I then block. He does no damage to me. He doesn't add any wounds to my deck. I just watch. He watches me, actually. He watches me. I deal 3 damage to him. The problem is that the longer this fight goes, the more attacks he gets. I know where the bastard sleeps. In Carfax Abbey. I can't even use Demon Form here. What a shame. We exhaust. He's weak and vulnerable. He takes more damage, deals less. He's weak, by the way. He would have done 8 damage by default. He's dealing... Sorry, he would have done 6 damage by default. But he's dealing 4 because of weakness. What a save. We use more apparitions because I can't do anything. Anyways, I get shit on. I get 3 wounds. I'm wounded! I can't feel. I can't feel. Whenever you gain block, deal 7 damage to a random enemy. Sure. Ah, I don't have enough energy. Goodbye, Carnage. Carnage disappears from my hand because of that too. So I've got a bunch of wounds. I can lose 3 HP, get some more bloodletting, but I lose 1 HP because of my impervious. I forgot about that. Now, when a card exhausts, I gain some block. I bludgeon the shit out of this guy. I do this body slam for 0 damage. And when this thing exhausts, I gain 3 block, which will block every stab but 1. He'll also take like 12 damage from stabbing me. I'm wounded. Every wound is unplayable, stays in your hand for like the rest of play. This is kind of bad. Wound. Oh no, he's gonna do 20 damage. Please die before then. Oh! We get a meal ticket. Look, every time we enter a shop, we get a free meal. Yay! Yay! Well, that was bad. Now there's a couple of interesting cards. Now we get into the more fascinating cards, right? This character also has another build where you use your life force as a power. You basically get to be a shitty necromancer, right? Warriors are just shitty necromancers that don't know magic. They only know how to swing their sword. Think about that. Just really think about that. I don't want that. I don't know how to use it well. Oh no! Demon form. Bloodlet. Intangible. It's a Centurion and a healer. The healer heals. The Centurion blocks. You need to kill the healer, but when you kill the healer, the Centurion goes blah, 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 and it gets like crazy. But you need to deal with them now. Contact. I'm gonna do that. I don't get to use Impervious nor Carnage. That's fine. Because I take 1 damage anyways with Intangible. At least I get Strength over time, and I get a bunch of whatever I just did. I actually don't know what I just did. Short-term memory loss. Short-term memory loss. What the hell did you say? I don't remember anything you just said, man. With your juggernaut. He's gonna slap me in the face. Oh god, I'm gonna take so much damage. Oh shit. But every time I block, I deal 7 damage. Boom! Pow! And then I rampage. Or I reckless charge in order to get a daze. Every time I get a daze, I'm able to heal off of it when it exhausts. And I lower my damage taken by 14, so he does 1 damage, and he takes 3 damage back. I hope I pull some apparitions, thank goodness. I feel no pain. So when I feel no pain, this thing exhausts, I get 3 block. And because I have apparition, it does 1 damage each attack. So I do take 3 damage. He takes 9 damage back. I block all the damage, he takes 9 damage. Woo! This is some good training, chat. We're training for our fighting arc soon. Later today in the final surprise game. I'm gonna bludgeon him. Oh, I crushed him like a... Oh! Stomped on him like a bug. Now here, there's a number of choices. I can get Intimidate, applies weak to all enemies, but I already have Shockwave, which basically does the same thing for longer. This one's free though. However, I'm losing a lot of health, and I don't mind losing health because of my apparition cards. So I can get Blood for Blood, which guarantees that this thing will be 0 cost at some point. A 0 cost 18 damage attack, pretty good. There's no point in healing because I have nothing. Instead, I can upgrade cards. Now the upgrade is very important. Think about what this means. You can upgrade any of these cards. Obviously, that's stupid. Sorry, that was stupid. But I want to upgrade the cards that increase my ability to live and give me more time to scale because I have cards that increase the further that I get into combat. Okay? In particular, in demon form. I get more strength the longer that I live. We're already past the 1 hour mark. I need to stop explaining things. So what I want to do is upgrade my apparitions. Why? If you don't use these cards, they disappear. But I can upgrade them such that I can keep them for the next cycle. Handy. Because I'm not forced to use them and waste turns where I can't do anything. Where was I going to go? Right, I was going to go to Costco. So we go in the middle. Open the chest, get Bottle Tornado. Wow! When you pick this item up, you choose a power card, and you start each combat with this card in your hands. So I get to start each combat with Feel No Pain, Juggernaut, or Demon Form. Demon Form is best the earlier you use it. Why not? Why shouldn't I? Another campfire. Another campfire for little old me. More apparitions. Or... Ooh. Hello there. This guy is really hard. This guy does something interesting. 1, he shits on you. The key element is that he shits on you 3 times in a row, dealing 6 damage each time. The other thing is that he summons dudes. If you don't deal with the dudes, he keeps summoning more dudes. I'm gonna get rid of some blood. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna vulnerable this dude. I'm gonna get shit on. His dudes do a different thing every single turn. His dudes here in particular, you may notice, they intend to block on their turn, and they also give block to him. So they do different kinds of things. But because I took all that damage, blood for blood is free. Kill him instantly. Then I need to use these two, because if I don't, they'll disappear, but it's fine. He's gonna do a buff on him and him. His buff increases his damage that he does, but it doesn't matter because I have apparition, so he does zero damage. I do another apparition because it's gonna expire. He's gonna do 3 damage to me, but he takes 9 damage back. He does 0 to me. Get shit on. Now he has a question mark. The enemy's intentions are unknown. He's not going to attack, but he's gonna do something. He's figuring something out. He too is planning his own moves. Too bad I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get feel no pain. I'm gonna carnage. I'm gonna body slam his dude. He's gonna summon more guys by rallying, because when he doesn't have enough people, he's gonna keep rallying them. And he's now rallied these mages. These mages are interesting. Every turn they charge, after the 3rd turn, they shit on you. They actually just take a dump on your chest. I don't like it when people take a dump on my chest. I'm gonna heal all that damage back by dealing 19 damage to all of them. Oh my god! Kill the mage, kill the mage. Always kill the mages. Get them, boys! If he has no allies, he doesn't know what to do. Without his minions, he's useless. Without anybody to serve him, he's useless. He has no clue what to do. He's all alone. So I keep killing him. I healed more damage than I took in this combat because of one Reaper. Au revoir, mon ami. Retreat! Run! Nice. 29 gold. Again, elites, you get more stuff. A dream catcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card into your deck. I'm not a pussy, so I never get to use this. We also get a chance of getting a new card as well. Honestly, I don't think any of these cards are good. We already have we have too many cards. We have 25 cards. That's way too many. We said go on, and we get match and keep. A gremlin is madly shuffling cards at a table. This monster seems to be a harmless one. You approach him out of curiosity. 12 cards. Match them to keep them. 5 tries, no do-overs. Are you ready? Let's start! Oh god, it's this thing. You have to match the card to keep them. I don't want to bash. I want panic button. I want feed. Me feed. Okay, get these 2. I want the feed card. I got the 2 cards that I wanted. Sorry, I didn't even tell you what those cards did. I just, listen. My brain can only do one thing at a time, plus talking, alright? There's only so many things it can do. Panic button is nice. You cannot gain block again for 2 turns, but it is a 0-cost panic button block when you need to block something like you really big right now, okay? The other one is feed. If fatal, if this is the attack that kills a real enemy, not a minion that's been spawned by someone else, you increase your max HP by 3. That's a huge boon. I basically increase my max HP by 10% every time I use it, because I have no HP to speak of. Complete the gremlin's game and look up. He disappeared? Dead. Now, welcome to the shop. It's the first time we've ever been here. The shop, you can buy a bunch of things. You get to buy a bunch of things. You get to remove your cards from your hand. You get to buy a random card. Or you can also buy a bunch of relics. You can buy some nunchucks, signed by Bruce Lee himself. Maybe you like a backpack. Signed by, signed by the kid from Oshino no Oko. Oshino Koko. Oshino Moko? What's the show again? You might get Lee's Waffle. What's it called Lee's Waffle? Wait, is that like a reference to Lee's Palace? In Toronto, there's this place called Lee's Palace. A bunch of people do their shows there. It's a really big place where everyone does like shows there, where they play music, where they play concerts and like stuff. It's pretty interesting. You may also buy potions, or you may buy even card removal stuff. Basically, you have a lot of options. This is also when you first encounter a concept called neutral cards. So every character has his own set of cards. You can't get cards from the thief class, for instance. At least not without a lot of effort. It's dangerous to go alone. Give me all your gold. What you can get instead are neutral cards for every character. These cards have no type. They just do things. These cards can be used by any character. So, for instance, Dark Shackles will reduce a strength of a character by 9 for 1 turn. If they do less than 9 damage, they're doing 0 damage. Or you can put a bomb on them, which deals 40 damage to all enemies after 3 turns. I have a couple of things I'm going to buy here, but I'll tell you in just a moment as I go pee. BRB. Brain cells are fascinating. Did you know that your brain cells are always busy doing something? Well, my brain cells were busy keeping the pee in my bladder and preventing me from pissing my pants, but now my bladder is empty. I have just been unleashed. I'm going to buy 2 things, and you'll know exactly why I buy them. For we all share the same brain cells, chat. You now have gained the power of thought yourself. Now you understand the power within you. Hey, Gagrada, welcome back. How are you? Good timing. I just finished peeing. Very good timing. Were you the one in my washroom? How are things going in this fine day? Good. We have a very good Slay the Spire run in preparation of Slay the Spire 2. Again, just for context, I'm going to need all your brain cells very, very soon, okay? We're going to be playing a secret brain game later today in about 2 hours, okay? We're just doing some practice leading up to this brain game with Slay the Spire and then Balatro. And then we move on to the real meat and bones of today. This is all warm-up, mind you. All warm-up. Everything I've been doing, everything I've been saying, it's just warm-up. Now, what have I done? I actually don't know, actually. I'm going to, get a nunchuck. And a bag. Alright, cool. Bye. What I did was a number of things. 1, I bought a nunchuck. What does a nunchuck do? Well, just like Bruce Lee, every 10 attacks, he gets stronger. Every 10 attacks, he gets stronger. You also get a bag of a preparation. You open your backpack once, you store a couple more things inside, you pull them out, boom, 2 extra water balls, your friends spill them on the floor at your anime convention, and aw, you're thirsty? Well, you shouldn't have spilled my water bottles. I was bought 2 cards, 2 very important cards. 1, Dark Shackles. Reduces damage that the enemy is going to do by 9. If they do 9 or less damage, I'm free. I also got something else. What did I get? What did I get? What did I buy? What did I buy? I got Rupture. Every time you lose HP from a card, you gain 2 strength. I lose HP from Bloodletting. Every time I use Bloodletting, I gain 2 energy and 2 strength at the cost of 3 HP. Who needs HP? HP is useless. It's gonna be midnight in more than 2 hours. Can't guarantee more than 2 brain cells. Understandable. It's okay. Everyone knows that your brain cells are most active at night when you sleep. Now, my backpack lets me pull out some more cards. This enemy is interesting. This is again a boss. When he receives attack damage, he gains 3 block. However, every time he gets attacked, he gains more and more block from it. So first attack gives 3 block, next attack gives 6 block, and so on and so forth. At the beginning of his turn, it resets down to 3. You really want to do 1 big attack on him every single turn. The problem is that he's also going to debuff me, and I want to become a demon. My dreams of becoming a vampire are becoming real. Oh, my whole hand exhausted. Okay, I got shit on. He's gonna do a shit ton of damage to me, 7 times 3, but it doesn't matter. Do you know why? I'm a ghost. I also, whenever I gain block, I'll deal 7 damage to a random enemy. Whoa, reckless charge. Nice. Nice. Well, I was hoping to get the same apparition, but I don't have one. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm gonna shockwave him, make him deal 15 damage. This is going to exhaust to give me 3 blocks, so I block 3 of his 15 total damage, so I take 12 damage. I'm going to rampage him at least once. I'm not going to use my feed card, because again, feed, when you use it to kill something, you get 3 max health. So I need to use that card last. Now, I'm going to shine. I use Bloodletting. Why? To suck more health out of him. I use the apparition. I actually don't get to do anything. These things are useless, because all he's going to do is debuff me. We do this, we do that. I get Rupture, so I heal. Oh, he's gonna die before I get to eat him. Oh, I wanted to eat grilled broccoli. I messed up. Now we get into the more complicated bits of this game, okay? Now my tactic is, I need to eat somebody. Chat, I need to eat you. Lend me your arm. Let me eat you now. The problem is that if you don't eat them correctly, like, I'm trying to get it so that I can eat this person, but it's not gonna work. I'm kind of bad at this. You realize it's been almost 2 months since you were here the last time. To be fair, I was also gone for almost a month in total. This past 2 months, I've been gone from streaming for a while, so. But it's glad to have you back, and honestly, it's fine. Life is life, right? There's no need to worry about how often you get here. My stream is always, if you can come in and you can't come out, that's fine. It's fine. You're wondering what's wrong with your life. You think you were going through withdrawals. Yeah, see? Chat, take care of yourself first, okay? There's no need to worry about coming to the stream. In the stream, you always have time to come by. Always. Why did the music stop? What? You never have to worry about, What happens if I don't show up? You know, will the streamer be like angry? No, I don't care. You can show up if you want, or if you don't want to. It's fine. As long as you're fine, then, you know, everything's good. Just take your time and just hang out. You think you just needed more stick streams? Oh boy, you're in for a treat for this entire week, month. I'm not really sure, but I have a bit more time this like time period to do more. I'm gonna take a lot of damage. Wow, oh boy, blood for the blood. Let's do all this. This guy is interesting. He switches between a defensive form and an offensive form. It's very loud. Sorry, let me lower the volume somewhat. His different forms do a lot of different things to you, a lot of different damages to you. It's very painful to deal with him because if you don't kill him fast enough, he'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. But if you kill him, if you don't block enough too, he'll just kill you outright beforehand. You need to be very careful about what to do, basically. The problem is that the nunchucks gave me power, and I turned that I can't do anything. So now he does 24 damage. I can lower that down again to 1. I have the defend here, which I don't need. I got the thing from exhausting it. I'm mostly okay. But yeah, honestly, if you can't show up, trust me, it's fine. As long as you're all okay. I don't actually care. My only concern is like, if everyone's had like a good time, everyone's like cool and like chill and stuff. So, but you will be getting some more stick streams soon, especially with the special event that we're training for. All this brain training is really working out here. I'm gonna get shit on. I could bludgeon him for 60 damage, or I could carnage him and then go for a defend instead, which is actually decent because this thing's gonna disappear if I don't do it. I could also let it exhaust to get +3 block and just bludgeon and oh. I don't have enough energy. It's my first time I've ever gotten that, like, warning about energy. Asking for one last time. Will the myth when? Honestly, soon. Very soon. Once we're done all these, like, games that I've been addicted to, then we're done. It's just some ideas I've had in my mind for the streams in terms of, like, what I want to do as, like, a fun event thing for so long that if I don't do them, they're going to be stuck into my mind forever, right? It's only been unfortunate that Wildermyth has sort of been on the side for a very long time. And this is what happens when you don't kill him fast enough. He's going to shit on me now. Blood for the blood god. Yo. This thing deals 111 damage. What's my next 3 cards? This thing does 111 damage. No pressure. Just don't want to miss it. Yeah, don't worry. Any of the larger streams, so just in case for anyone, if you wonder when they're going to happen, I'll be announcing all of the larger streams on the community channel way in advance. So at least a week or 2 in advance. And then it'll be a guaranteed time slot. It's why I haven't announced them on the community page of the VOD channel yet, because I don't know when I want to do those yet. But when they do happen, the larger event streams, they'll just kind of like, they'll be announced at a time, because I know that there's a fair number of you waiting for Wildermyth, VR chat reading, for more reading streams in general, as well as fishing streams. So those 4 stream types are going to be announced way ahead of time. The other stream events that I kind of think of the day of, that I just think I want to do, you'll just hear about them just randomly. So tomorrow we'll be solving crimes. Real crimes. Berserk! Bazooka! Elites drop an additional relic when defeated? I can remove 2 cards from my deck. Gain a thing at the start of your turn. You can no longer rest at rest sites? I don't rest anyways. I'm always on coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee today. We're in the final act of the normal game, right? Because we haven't unlocked the final boss yet, which we will afterwards. Now we go straight to the boss and we kill him. You know my plan. Question marks, elites, and shops. I like shopping. But yeah, don't worry about missing any special streams. I will for sure announce them, like at least a week or 2 in advance on a guaranteed time slot. It's just been unfortunate that like this week, honestly, chat, we all hate work. We all hate work. Working sucks. I hate work especially. It's mainly because I work and I do things that kind of like weird. I do things like things that I don't really have any real understanding of how to do, but I have to do them anyways because no one else is going to do them. I'm gonna do this. I can't eat them yet. I block. Bastards don't want to unban your main accounts. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Twitch will always like prefer to remove your account entirely versus like giving it to you back. I can't use in progress. I don't get blocked for two turns here. These normal enemies are kind of monstrous. I can use my Infernal Blade to get a free attack. Bludgeon. Oh, I wanted to eat him. I haven't eaten a single person. I haven't eaten a single person this entire playthrough. I need to think about eating people, okay? We need to think about how to eat someone. Sorry, I had to lower the volume there. You know, your main account is just like my TikTok account. When I posted the banana video, it was gone forever. The banana ruined my chances at becoming a TikTok star. Sensory stone. Navigating through the beyond, you discover a glowing tesseract, spinning and shifting gently in the air. What? This is just Inception. You touch it. A sharp pain flows through you, followed by vivid flashes of a distant memory. Whose memories are these? You have to choose either to recall one card, colorless card, a neutral card, as I said before, or 3 and lose HP. I love taking neutrals. Now we get some good stuff. Holy cannoli. Put a card from your hand to the bottom of your draw pile. It costs 0 until played. Or we gain 1 artifact which removes 1 buff. Exhaust. I like Forethought. Now we do this. Shuffle 3 random attacks into your draw pile. They cost 0 for the rest of this combat. Flash of Steel is amazing. Flash of Steel is a free attack card that basically doesn't increase your deck count. This is a very unintuitive concept in this game with like you need to really understand mechanics. It's a card that adds +1 to your draw pile, but it also draws one card. So it actually increases your deck size by 0, but also allows you to draw a card and deal damage at the same time. Oh my god, Madness reduced the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 this combat. That was the best luck ever. Confusion. Objective. Balance must be enforced. Define balance. Error. Balance not found. Define balance. Balance not found. Warning. Large object approaching. I am Neo. Now, Neo is the giant whale in the beginning that gave you the whole mission of going down this place. We don't even know who Neo is. I wonder if Slay the Spire 2 will explain who is Neo. We go to a shop. $152. What do you give me? I have a meal ticket. Metallicize. Metallicize. Every turn gives you +1 block. What happens every single turn when I gain block, if I use the correct powers, if I use the other power, which is Juggernaut, I deal 7 damage. Every turn I just deal 7 damage. That's so good. Question mark. I'm falling! As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip. You begin to fall. While in free fall, you consider your options. Land safely with your greatest techniques. Channel our power to survive the fall. Strike at the wall to hang on. You may either lose Apparition Plus, lose a Juggernaut Plus, or lose a Bash. You have to lose some card, and I don't care about Bash. You're able to latch onto the wall and manage to make a short hop onto another stable platform. It's actually a pretty nice way of removing your cards. Increase a deck size. Nice. A highly ornamented tomb can be seen on the other side of a floating path. Upon reaching the tomb, you notice a slot for gold coins with a scratched out inscription above it. Now you may notice something here. There's a locked option. This game has a lot of secret options that you need to think about. These options are kind of hard to figure out too, because they're RNG. It all depends on what you do beforehand. It's a bit like across the Obelisk, where you might do something that gives you something that lets you trade in something for something. These things you need to learn as you play, but it's what gives this game so much replayability. Even if you're bad at the game and you unlock every single card and you play the entire game through, you still won't even encounter every single event unless you experiment with the paths that you take. But I don't have that option. I don't have a red mask. So all I do is obtain a relic for a snow gold. I get a red mask. And so I comment applying weak to all enemies. A opening appears in the tomb and outside a small red mask with a note attached. Take from others as I have taken from you. You've been off for the past 2 months. Any new games worth checking out? Dragon's Dogma 2, classic. I think it's very good. I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is really good, actually. I've been really enjoying it. No Rest for the Wicked came out yesterday. The reviews are correct that the performance sucks. It's a bit like Dragon's Dogma 2. Both of their reviews and their ratings reflect the technical state of the games. But gameplay-wise, No Rest for the Wicked and Dragon's Dogma 2 are amazing games. They play very, very well. Especially on console, it's not that bad in terms of like frames. Dragon's Dogma 2 in particular is a great third-person action RPG. And what's the other game that I just said? No Rest for the Wicked is a really good take on an ARPG thus far. That's a bit of a Souls-like too. I actually really enjoy it. What else have we played that's like new recently, chat, actually? I've been gone for like a month, right? I actually don't even know what else we've like played. Let's see what else we've played. Let's see what's been on the docket. I'm sure there's been many games that I haven't been able to like play. I've heard what's it, Alan Wake 2 has been amazing. I mean, you have your like classics, like, you know. Oh, there's a bunch of games from the LSD Game Jam. If you have friends, unlike me, if you have friends, chat, I have no about friends. Content warning was actually pretty good, and it was free for like a day. And Tales of Tactics has a new PvP update. I actually think that game is honestly probably the most competent single player, competent in general auto battler out there. Voices of the Void was really good. Interior Worlds got an update that we played. What else we get? Balatro. You play Balatro, your life is gonna get so much better. So much better. Oh, sorry. Texting my wife. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, other than those games, there's been a couple of other ones, but I haven't organized my like, game list yet. That's actually one of the things that I'm going to have to do very soon, is organize my entire games list in order to like really nail down what's like being like new. If you enjoyed Astra Libra, my playthrough of Astra Libra, the DLC for that game came out, and it's honestly a really good DLC. Really good DLC. The problem is that, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what like games are good for my list. Like we played a lot of games on the channel. As you all know, my VOD channel is kind of nasty, dude. There's a game of every single genre there. You can't predict what I'm gonna play the very next day. There's always something new. But because of that, I also don't know what's like necessarily good. I just gonna know that I enjoyed everything that I played. But there were some standouts. There's some other ones that I'm also looking forward to that I can't remember. It's somewhere in my tabs. I'll update you guys soon on that stuff. Maybe next stream. You can type in the shower. It's Oshinoko. Ko means girl / a kid. Any Ko's inside chat? That was lame. I'm sorry. That was lame. I'm sorry. Now we have a number of options that we can upgrade here, okay? Upgrading Flash to Steel does nothing. Increases the damage by 30, it doesn't matter. My damage comes from my strength anyways. What I can do instead is I can do a number of things. Disarm, unlike Dark Shackles, reduces the enemy's strength for the rest of the combat, instead of just one single turn. However, Madness is amazing. Reduces the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 this combat. I can make itself also cost 0, which means that I have a free card to play in that turn entirely, without having to expend energy for energy. Forethought is amazing. You can put any number of your cards in your hand to the bottom of your pile, and they cost 0 on the plate. So I can do all of my powers in like one single turn. If I draw multiple powers and I play them all in like one single turn as I get them for free. However, I love Madness. We can't rest because of my relics, so we're kind of doomed. All we can do is move forward. Move forward and hope for the best. And you know what? Another banger. If you haven't played Slay the Spire is an absolute banger. Probably the best game of this century. I'm gonna kill this man. Oh my god, it's the wall! The head is annoying to deal with. I actually hate dealing with the head a lot. The head is annoying because of one tiny little detail about how it works. You see, the head gets stronger over time. After 7 turns, he gets very strong. The more cards that you play, the more damage that he takes. He's very slow. Whenever you play a card, he receives 10% more damage. And there's no limit to this. If you play 20 cards, he takes 200% more damage from your next card. However, you're limited by your energy. Here's a countdown. When he counts down to the very bottom, that's it. You better hope that he's not going to do anything bad to you. Because when he does, when he counts down fully, you're kind of doomed. I'm going to make my defend free, because that's the whole point of it. I was able to do everything and reduce his strength. He's now very weak. He's going to debuff me. Oh god. Rupture, Shockwave, Bludgeon. Nice. This is a very interesting mini-boss, and this third act has some of the most interesting mini-bosses in the entire game, I feel like. They're very fun to play with. They all have very different effects, all of them. I'm maybe gonna Dark Shackles them this turn, save my apparitions for the next time, and then just punish them for now. Oh no. Ooh, see, now he's online. And every time he stays here, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. He hates it when somebody's still alive in his house. Basically in his house. Yeah, we'll just block this. Otherwise, I'm like that. We did a good amount of damage. It is time. Well, it's time for you to do 0 damage because I have Apparition, buddy. I block, I Infernal Blade, I do a Headbutt. Just put 1 card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. What? No shit. You do Flash of Steel then. I put this at the bottom of my deck. That was a useless forethought. I put my Daze at the bottom of the deck. I basically said, okay, I'm gonna get what I basically did was I have a headache coming on, and my character said no. I'm gonna get it. I'll take the headache later. I'll tank it later. Got a bunch of marbles. Applies vulnerable. We have a bunch of really good relics here, actually. Weak, vulnerable at the start. We reduce damage. We have a bunch of ways to manipulate our turn order. We get extra damage sometimes, and we get extra damage every time we're below 20 health. Pretty good. And we can potentially get even more stuff. I want to keep the... I don't want the blood potion, because I don't heal much anyways. 20% of my health is only like, what? Nothing. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and draw 1 card. That's amazing. Every time I lose HP, I gain strength from my rupture card. That's actually insane. What? Lose 3 strength permanently. Ooh, whenever an enemy dies, gain energy and draw 1 card. Yes. That helps me deal with these smaller enemies easily. I hate these 3. We do this. We do this. We do this. We do this. Now, because I'm rupturing, I lose 1 HP, I gain 2 strength, and every turn I gain 3 strength as part of my demon form. I now have 5 strength. And use Berserk, I gain 1 vulnerable, doesn't matter, I have Apparition. Then I use Juggernaut. Wait. I use Juggernaut. Then I use Reckless Charge onto this guy, the Repulsor. Because he, every single turn, will daze me. These guys get more and more spike every single turn, which is scary. Now they're at 7 and 5 spike. So if I don't do enough damage and I take too much damage, they'll just one-shot me at some point. Kinda bad, kinda bad. Chat is looking kinda bad here. Oh no! I don't like the way it's... That disarm just disappeared from my hand. What the fuck? I don't like the way it's working out. Oh god, okay, so he's gonna do 7 damage to me. But I can one-shot him with this. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I can bludgeon this guy. Imagine getting bludgeoned. Ah! Put that back. Nice. Good stuff. Don't even get... I can't take any more cards. We have too many things. Kill a boss. Oh no! This one is scary because all she does is summon minions who shit on you. Her job is to shit on you. That's right, folks. You heard it first. Her job is to take a dumpy on your chest. Oh. They wounded me. Oh. Oh my god, there's 3 swords. Oh shit. Oh my god, something to 25. When the swords attack once for low damage and wound you. The second attack does a lot of damage and then they disappear. I'm gonna get shit on. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Todoroki. Okie dokie, Todoroki. Chaos! Haha! Get eaten! Oh. I ate a minion card, so I didn't even get bonus health from it. My feet is gone. He's gonna do 24 damage to me. I blocked 12 of it. Oh. But I killed some. And because I killed some, I get +1 thing. Because every kill I get because the Gremlin Horn. I'm getting confused. At some point, the game kind of moves super fast, and so you start to lose an idea of what you're trying to do. Like, there's so much stuff going on that you're kind of just like, what? Do that? Madness this. Defend. There we go. Godspeed. But you see, in my head, I still know my strategy, right? I still understand what I deign to do. I use a dropkick. They're vulnerable, I get bonus. I carnage them. They do a lot. It hurts. I do this. I do that. I panic. The unceasing top. Whenever you have no cards in your hand, draw a card. Holy shit. If you have no cards and you just keep on playing. Oh! Double brutality. Brutality. Okay, well, this is bad. What do I do? Okay, so... What do I do? I upgrade Forethought. If I'm lucky and I can use that on first turn, we can... Oh no! The question mark gave me a random elite! We gotta play all of our powers. I need to disarm him now. This thing, he loses strength for the rest of combat. It's very important. The Maw gets bonus strength for the rest of the fight. He gets more and more strength as time goes on. Kind of a monster, man. Kind of a monster, man. Defend. Sure. 2 bonus damage. Oh, I didn't have to defend. I've metallicized. I'm trolling. We go berserk. We rupture. We do flash of cards. We can bludgeon or I can heal. I can heal now. Might as well heal now because I don't know what to do. We do apparition. Fuck it. That card's gonna die anyways. Bye. Say bye, Carnage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't even feed because my feed keeps coming up at the worst time. God damn it. Oh, what we can do is this. Bloodlet. Impervious. Blood for blood. Then body slam for 73 damage. Holy cannoli, ravioli, Jesus Louises. That's so much damage. My tactical play is working out. My strategy is working out too. My strategy was very, very good. My strategy was basically build a deck that can withstand anything. It's a very, it's a very simple strategy, but I think it works. I'm gonna forethought these 3 with madness. Do this, do this. Ah, I forgot everything unsays. I have a thing. It's unceasing. No, I could have kept the drawing. No, I could have kept drawing. I used madness on my bludgeon. What the fuck? You used it on apparition? No, I forgot about the apparition. I could have had a 0-cost bludgeon. It doesn't matter. Like either way, he like dies, right? But like I'm trying to optimize here. Let's eat. +4 max health. Nice. I need to take that potion. All right, question point. What do you give me? We meet again. A cheery, disheveled fellow approaches you gleefully. You do not know this man.
It's me, Ranwood. Have any goods for me today? The usual. A fella like me can't make it alone, you know.
You eye him suspiciously and consider your options. I may give him my potion, my fairy in a bottle, my 1 revive and obtain a relic. That's not worth it. I can give him my gold. There's no more shops that I'm going to see anyways before the final boss, so that's worth it. I can lose my body slam and get a relic, which is not good. Take my gold.
Magnificent. This will be quite handy if I run into those mask-wearing hoodlums again.
He rummages around his various pockets.
Here, look what I've got for you. Hey, take it, take it.
I get a mango. Did you know that there was a mango overage? So during the pandemic, there was so many mangoes because no one bought mangoes. Because like during a pandemic, right? It's like what do you want? Do you want mangoes or do you want to live, right? So nobody bought mangoes. So what happened was there was so many mangoes that they couldn't export, and they had too much mangoes lying around. So what ended up happening was that mangoes were like dirt cheap, and they were asking people like, please buy the mangoes. It's a very funny set of circumstances. Like think about. Anyways, this boss is gonna take a dump on my chest. This is the awakened one. When he awakens, well, we're doomed. He will awaken very soon, and every power card that we play increases his strength by 1. Hey, Feathers, welcome. Wow, everyone's showing up again. I hope you are all doing well, honestly. And again, please do not feel pressured to show up. Trust me, it's fine. We can hang out any moment of time. I'll always be here. As long as I don't get shit on.
Ooh, I forgot he gains power every time I do it. Oh, yes, he gains power every time I do something.
All the pressure! You must show up! You must give me $500! The reason why I hate this boss is because once he awakens, he does a lot of damage. And I don't remember how he awakens. But because all I have are power cards, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Which is bad. He also heals HP at the end of his turn by a 10. And these guys, these cultists, which I'm surprised that we've never ever fought. We've never fought these cultists once in this run. They get stronger the longer that they live by performing a ritual. So I'm boned. I'm actually boned. We do this, we do this, we do this. We make this thing free. We roll the unceasing top. It's a bit like what's that movie? Inception. It's like in Inception. You have your spinning top. This is my anchor. Scrambles for credit card. Can you imagine? I'm like, yes, I'll only talk to you if you pay me money. If I ever did that, I want you to like, I want you to pretend like I don't exist anymore. Like, I don't want you to like have to spend money on the chat. You don't have to. Do you know why? I'm intangible. He died. I was gonna eat him. I was gonna eat you. Why did you die now? Oh, I can eat you. Give me your health. Feel no pain. He's getting really strong. Oh shit. Intangible now. Juggernaut! Usually that's called OnlyFans. You're right. That's true. I could make an OnlyFans. I could draw like really sexual like stick art. And you'd have no clue. You'd have no clue what to do, chat. Now, I could use Reaper now to heal all of my health. but I can save it for later when I get even more strength over time and get even more healing. And also because if I do this, I can spin my top and get even more stuff. So I do this, I do this, I do this, and I get one more card. I keep rolling, I get one more card. I get Flash of Steel, I get Bludgeon, he's dead. He's evolving! He's awakened. His power is real. He's gonna deal 1 damage to me. Oh. Yeah. We do 4 top. Lock. We do Carnage. Okay, I can't do anything else. Hit me. Nice damage. Nice 1 damage. That's why you take the intangible, chat. Oh, you'd know what to do. Some real stick and circle art, sweats and pixels. You wouldn't even be ready for it, chat. It would be the most disgusting, vile thing you've ever seen. You'd be like, oh heavens, is this even allowed on OnlyFans? I'm gonna drink these potions. Let's see what the top gives us. What does the top give us? Give me... Oh wait, he's dead. We won? We won. Holy shit, we actually won. In an hour, we actually won. Usually I lose. To be fair, this is like the easiest difficulty. And I wanted to do a win on every character within 1 hour, and we're already over by 46 minutes. So we're kind of late, anyways. So that's okay. We'll do one more run at it with the next character. But this time with less explanation and more playing, and just me strategizing and like talking. Thump, thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire? The source of this evil? Continue. You ready your blade. You attack. You deal 774 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but it's ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel that you have dealt a total of 774 damage to the heart. A total of 14,636,643,707 damage has been dealt by all who have challenged it. The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness fades. We have collectively done 14 billion damage. I sleep. I sleep, he says. I sleep. Victory? We've now unlocked Ascension. And we've unlocked a bunch of new cards as well. So what have we unlocked? We've unlocked Heavy Blade. With Strength affects this card 3 times as much. So if you have 10 Strength, it adds 30 damage instead. You can also get Spot Weakness. If they intend to attack, you can keep reusing it and you gain more and more Strength. You can also double your Strength with a single Exhaust card, which is actually insano. And we have a Victory. We have a new character, the Thief. And we have a Visitor. Oh. Well, this is the credits. We have 1 key unlocked. Oh yeah, I forgot. The only way to get the actual final boss is to beat the game with every character at least once. It's gonna take a while, so. We won! The Forbidden Stick! Should you get Fable Lost Chapters on Steam? It's on sale. Honestly, I thought about that too, actually. I thought about getting Fable Lost Chapters at some point, because I really wanted to play Fable again. The problem that I heard is that apparently the Lost Chapters remake has some issues that weren't there in the original game, but it also has some new content too. So I weigh it up carefully. Be careful about which version you buy. Make sure you double check which version you buy, because there's one version that has problems and one that doesn't. So I would be concerned about which one you would choose. Try to figure out which one you like get. So yeah, exactly. Fable is great, but you don't know if the remake is like good. Yeah, I've heard it's mostly graphical. Some gameplay elements were changed to be worse. So you know, figure it out exactly what it is. I think there's a list somewhere that says like what are the main differences. You can get the original for very, very cheap on many different places. Like actually legally on like GOG and stuff. But it all depends on what you want. But either way, the one thing that's very important, the DLC and in the Lost Chapters is peak Fable. It doesn't even matter what you do in the DLC. It's just a closure to the story. Because the game's story, I don't know what they were thinking, but the DLC for it that's only a part of the Lost Chapters is amazing, and it adds a decent amount of content, a very decent amount. It's already a very decent open world game, which is great, but you know it adds more. You've never played this game, but it looks interesting. Honestly, If you enjoyed my playthroughs of Across the Obelisk, you enjoyed my playthroughs of Balatro, you enjoyed my playthroughs of any other card game that I've ever played, you enjoyed my playthroughs of Tales and Tactics, you'll enjoy Slay the Spire. It's so easy to pick up that even a child could. My friend is having a child. My friend had his child. We're gonna teach his child how to play Slay the Spire in preparation for Slay the Spire 2. We're gonna see if a child can play the game. Wait, wasn't the Lost Chapters in the original, or are you tripping? I guess it depends on what you mean by original. I remember the initial release didn't have it. And then they added the Lost Chapters as like a DLC afterwards, but I don't remember if that coincided with the remake or not. I just remember that it was easier to get the Lost Chapters DLC as part of the remake versus trying to find your own copy for the original. I remember the bundle being much easier to have everything. Yeah, originally the story just kind of ended at some point. And it was like, oh, that's it? I don't even know why they did that. It was weird. But the Lost Chapters was like a separate DLC thing, which is strange. It feels like they should have just had it there, but oh well. Now we play the Thief, and again, very little tutorial. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my strategy and my tactics, and then we just play through. The Thief is a deadly huntress from the Foglands, who's gonna be in the third game too, in the second game. Sorry, who eradicates foes with daggers and poison, and who's starting relic is a ring of snakes. So at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. I feel like it's probably before the remake, yeah. Yeah, probably. Greetings. I am Neo. So now we see the whale that was named everywhere. At least confront the first boss. So this is the interesting part. When you beat the game once, Neo now provides you a couple of choices to start your game. What happens is that when you beat the first boss, at least, the next time you start the game, you have the ability to start with at least a relic. But because you don't, you start with nothing. So you either have the first 3 combats have +1, have only 1 HP, which could also mean an elite as well. So if you somehow get to an elite without facing 3 enemies, that elite has 1 HP. So we're gonna try to snipe this one elite. Granted. And if you don't, then you just face a full health elite and you get easy fights. So I'm gonna try to RNG this. We're gonna go here, 3 question marks. Hopefully I don't fight a boss in these 3 question marks. I go here, kill him. If I can get to the elite, he has 1 HP. I go here, I kill him. Bunch of question marks, okay, good. Yeah. Let's do this. Don't know how hard it was to get. You had a pirated copy. Yeah, see? With a pirated copy, you didn't have to deal with a Games for Windows Live. Games for Windows Live was the worst service ever. That service, I don't know what they were thinking. It was the worst service to get any games on, and you had to log in. It's basically the Xbox Games Pass now, but worse. The authentication system never worked. And when it died, the service died, your game was bricked. They had to release a patch afterwards to make your game unbricked. And even then, the easiest patch to do anything with was the pirated patch. So everybody eventually got the pirated version for their legit copies. So, but that's why it was a huge pain. The shop sucked. Everything sucked. It was tied to your Microsoft account, which it was a single email. So if you lose it, it's gone forever. Stupid. You can imagine. Yeah, you can definitely imagine. But hey, if you've never played Fable or this, both are great games. Fable, honestly, is really, really good. Just make sure that you know what you're getting into. But the DLC is definitely worth it. You need to get it at least with the DLC. Check GOG, maybe there's a version there that could be better than the Steam one. Who really knows? I love the Huntress because of one thing. She draws cards, she throws daggers, and she poisons people. A Sneaky Strike can deal 12 damage. If you discard a card this turn, you gain 2 energy. This thing's free. If you discard cards, you get free moves. And guess what you do? You can play Survivor, discard a card that you choose, I believe, or if it's random, I can't remember. And you can then use this for free. You can also draw 3 cards and discard 1 card, or you can do a quick slash. I didn't mean to click that. I didn't mean to click that. I'm gonna show you all a trick. This is an advanced trick in Slay the Spire called re-rolling your choices. So what you do is you save and quit, and you go back into the game, and it resets all your choices until you go to the next screen. So you get to re-choose the same thing. It's all seeded, so it's the same random choices, but you get to redo your choices if you make a mistake. Only use it for mistakes. Don't do what I do and re-roll fights to play it perfectly. Do you know why? We're better than that, chat. We're better than that. Didn't figure out it was probably on Microsoft service, but yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. It's unfortunate that it was on their Games for Windows Live. A trick. Yes, a trick. Totally not cheating. A trick, yes. I meant to go for Sneaky Strike. Good. We didn't get a random enemy. Good. we get the Omnis Forge instead. So I still have 2 more uses of this. I still have a potential to snipe an elite down to 1 HP with my Neo's Lament. You duck into a small hut. Instead you find what appears to be a forge. The smithing tools are covered with dust. They fire roars inside the furnace. You feel on edge. You can either upgrade a card by forging, or you can rummage and obtain a special relic. At the start of your turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of combat. But you also become cursed with pain because the tongs are it's on fire. While in hand, you lose 1 HP whenever you play another card. That seems awful. I can't do that for this character. This character can't do that. This character plays a lot of cards. Instead, what I'll do is do my blocks. I forge. You decide that you put the Fuel Forge's use in. Clang, clang, clang. Improve your arsenal. By the way, please tell me if my mic sounds weird today. I've been tuning the mic and I've been fiddle fucking with my mic settings, so I'm worried that the mic sounds bad. I sound different today in general, but hopefully the lisp should be gone. So if I say, the thistle is stuck in my whistle, right? It shouldn't sound like the thistle is stuck in my whistle. It should sound like the thistle is stuck in my whistle. Oh, I pissle my pants, right? It should sound normal. I should also sound fairly loud, or louder than I usually do. But it shouldn't be too loud to overwhelm things, so please do let me know if it sounds fine. Ah, you ruined my plans! That cultist ruined everything. So I can't snipe the elite anymore, so I need to face the elite at max health, which is going to really hurt. If it's the berserker elite, I'm going to probably die because my cards are kind of bad. At least, however, these next couple combats are easy. Mortar and pestle. The thistle is stuck in my pistol. No, the thistle. The thistle is stuck in my penis. Now we have a couple cards. Poison is a new mechanic that's really distinct for the hunters only. What you can do is poison people, and when they get poisoned, they take damage. Obviously, I don't know why I explained that. That was simple. I'm gonna poison people. Ah, you ruined my plans! Okay, well, we snipe no one. We actually lose everything. I'm gonna be prepared. No, I poison. Oh, why didn't... If I ran out of uses of the lament too early. I wish I... Oh, get poisoned. Get poisoned. So basically, poison is interesting. Every turn deals the amount of damage that on its stacks, and then reduces the amount of stacks by a 1. So you have 6 stacks, deals 6 damage, then it goes down to 5 stacks. You can stack poison by a lot and do a lot of damage. At the start of its turn, too. So if I do this, and then this, I can do this, block all that, it dies, I do 9 damage, oh, I got shit on. I discard. I discard my block, then I sneaky strike, boom, and then I strike. Ooh, look at that combo, because when you do sneaky strike after the discard, then you gain thing. I poison. Cool guys don't look at people getting poisoned. Cool guys walk away as they die from blood poisoning. Oh, Tactician! Discard it from your hand, gain energy. Yeah, sure. Once again, we do not rest. Okay, if you rest, you're afraid. You're afraid of the truth that you can't play this game. Never rest, only play. I upgrade my Tactician. It's a fitting title for my playstyle. I'm dead. It's over. GG. Save and let's abandon run. No, okay, we should be fine. Are we fine? I don't know. I only have skill cards. I only have skill cards, bro. My poison is skill. Ooh. 11. Okay, good. He has 11 now. Okay, well, oh shit. All I have is skills. Oh shit. Here we go again. Oh no, he gets more damage every time I use a skill. Oh no! Poison! Lock! I'm gonna shit on. Oh no! Ugh. You might think he has the upper hand, dealing 31 damage. No. I walk away. God, I feel so cool doing that. And I got Orichalcum. Orichalcum. Is that how you spell it? Yeah.
Orichalcum.
What?
Orichalcum. Orichalcum.
You know you can actually make Google Translate say things in like different accents? Here.
Orichalcum. Orichalcum.
That was Vietnamese. Let's do Chinese.
山童
Okay, that's a whole different word. It's a whole different word. Wait. That's a whole different word.
orichalcum
There we go. Good, perfect. Okay, good. Now you know how to use Google Translate. Wait, how? So, okay, this is the trick with Google Translate. I'm going to show you how to make Google Translate say anything in any language that you want, okay? Or in any accent that you want. It has accented voices. Here, let me share it. Use this power for good, not for evil. Use this power for evil, they're going to blame me. You go Google Translate. Wait, I can't. Okay, maybe not do it like this. Do it like this first. You go here. I go this. I need to crop it so it hides some information. You go this. You go this. I do this. You can't see it yet. Sorry, give me 1 second. Left side, choose your language. Type in English. I shit my pants. You may want to do Greek. Oh, wait, sorry, you can't hear it. There you go.
I sit my pants
You want to do a Maori accent. There's no accent. Maybe you want to do a Latvian accent.
This hit me pants.
Maybe you want to do a Japanese accent.
I sit my pants I sit my pants I sit my pants I sit my pants
Use that power for good, not for evil. Use it for good. I use it during our Generation Zero playthrough. It's a very unknown feature of Google Translate. Anyways, let's choose burst. I like to burst poison someone. Oh no, not the slaver. He's gonna attack me and debuff me. I'm gonna take so much damage. Poison. Poison. Block. Oh wait, if I end my turn without block, I actually gain 6 block. So me using a defend for 5 block is useless, actually. It's actually worse than just not doing anything at all. But if I do burst, I can burst defend. I then lose that defend. Wait, no, I keep it. And then I just slap people. Yeah, here we go. Again, honestly, if you've never played this game, it's honestly one of the best games out there. It feels so good to play strategically. It feels so fun to like challenge yourself to think of how to maneuver through these situations. Oh! And the best part is, it has almost limitless complexity, right? Like there's so much that you can do with this in this game with your builds, and it takes you quite a while before you actually see everything that you have. Also, burst stays with you even if you don't use a skill on that turn, I think. Wait, burst wore off. Okay, never mind. I got shit on. Wow, poison. Alright, walk away. Oh, okay. I get it. Streamers do TTS. Streamers TTS do it sometimes. You thought you could change the accent of a specific language. Well, you kinda can. I mean, it's basically that. It's basically doing that, but like in reverse. Unless you mean like a sub accent of like a language, because you know languages have like accents, right? So like even within English, there's like a Canadian English versus like American English, right? If you mean changing those like sub accents, then you kind of can too. Monster TTS does allow you to do quite a lot, actually. I was thinking of implementing it at some point, but then I tried it by myself for like 5 seconds, and I realized that giving all of you the power to do TTS on this channel was not going to result in a good cohesive experience. It would have been a constant stream of people saying the craziest things. It would have been a constant stream of people doing like fake phone calls, like bzz, bzz, bzz. Hello, this is your tax representative. You mean you thought you could make Google Girl speak American? Well, she can. If you change the language to Americano, should totally do that. See, that's why I'm afraid. That's why I'm afraid, chat. That's why I'm afraid of all of you. I'm afraid of what you're going to do. We're gonna do another tactician. Bronze scales. Who are you? Weak. Oh no, this is the Lagavulin. You've never seen this yet because I haven't fought him yet. He's just kind of a monster. Basically, he wakes up after you deal enough damage. As soon as you deal damage to his health, he'll wake up. You don't want to deal damage yet though. You actually want to wait as much as you can, because he'll wake up naturally in like 2 or 3 turns. But if you wake him up from like dealing damage, he'll be stunned for that turn as well. What you want to do actually is deal as much poison as you can to him. Wait, he's gonna wake up. I'm an idiot. Whatever. Sneaky strike. Boom. Poison. Boom. Attack. I'm gonna take. Oh! Oh god. I'm bleeding. Can you imagine the chaos that would result from us using TTS, chat? The TTS would be insane. That's why I'm afraid, actually, of giving you all the power. Also, and another annoying thing that this guy does, he makes you weaker. Like, in both ways. He makes you weaker in terms of, how much stats you have, how much damage you deal, and how much block you, get to. Actually, one of the features that I was thinking about adding to the stream that I was worried about doing, just because I don't know how to manage it. It's not even like that I don't trust you guys, it's just I don't know how to manage it. Like, there'd be too many buttons for me to press, and you know me, I didn't even know how to pause my recording yesterday. And so there was a 5-second silence. Imagine having silence for 5 seconds on the stream. I talk constantly. Noxious fumes, I stink, and therefore you die! Ooh! Scrap ooze. As you walk into the room, you hear a gurgling and a grinding of metals. Before you is a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. At the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light. Perhaps something magical. It looks like you can get some treasure if you just reach inside its opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. So let's reach inside. 25% chance to find a relic. Lose 3 HP. Listen. You know what it's like to gamble, okay? Gamblers always quit before they're about to win. Don't actually do that. You should actually quit. Don't even gamble. Please don't gamble. Ouch! All you find is colored metal and a bit of burning pain. However, you're still convinced that there's a relic. Lose 4 HP. 30% chance to find a relic. Ouch! All you find is colored metal. Lose 5 HP. 40% chance to find a relic. Ouch! Lose 6 HP. 55% chance to find a relic. Ouch! Lose 7 HP. 65% chance to find a relic. I'm dead. I wasn't watching my health. I wasn't watching my health. I wasn't watching my health. Just my luck. Just my luck, it says. Just my luck. Hey, new character. Good. We get to play him now. Okay, cool. We get to play my favorite character in the game. The robot. This is a final playthrough. The defect. You know why? I'm defective. A combat automaton which became self-aware. Ancient technology allows the manipulation of orbs. This is when the game gets complicated. The first character is dead simple. You play cards, cards do stuff. Second character, you play cards, you interact with your deck, and then you do certain things depending on your choices. The third character, he does something completely different from everyone else. He still plays cards, but the cards do even more things. The fourth character, you play cards, and you change the rules of the game. Another try? At least confront the first boss. Alright, listen, buddy. I'll deal with it. I'll kill the boss, alright? Leave it to me. We're gonna snipe this elite by going this way. 2 enemies. If I get no enemies in these question marks, I can snipe him for 0 damage. He's also... It's the only path that gets me 2 elites anyway, so we just try it. Now, the defect gets orbs. Orbs activate depending on certain conditions. They have 2 modes. One is passive. They do something every turn, or whatever, based on whatever condition they are. Or you can evoke them. Some cards will use the orb to do a specific effect. So passively, I do 3 damage every lightning orb to a random enemy. If I evoke it, I deal 8 damage on that turn. Evoking is usually the more expensive option. I can also channel more and more orbs. I can only have a max of 3 by default, and you get more slots as you go on and on inside the game, depending on your upgrades. Very cool stuff. I love orbing. It's morbing! Deal a couple cards. Deal 5 damage if you have played less than 3 cards this turn. Draw 1 card. I like FTL. You son of a bitch! You ruined my plan! Now I can't even snipe the elite. Whatever. We just double energy. Hello there. What do you do? That's a very early shop where I have no money. I'm gonna remove a card. I like orbs. He's morbing! Ooh, we can also channel darkness. Darkness. What's darkness? Increase damage every turn. When evoked, deals damage to the enemy with the least HP. Oh yeah, so the longer you don't use it, the more damage it does. When you evoke it, it does a lot of damage. I do like being emo. Darkness! What do we got? Channel 1 Frost. Frost is amazing. Frost gets you block. passively as well as evoking it. I'll take that, sure. The cleric. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend. I am cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. No. You don't trust this cleric, so you leave. I smith a card. I wish to draw. I wish to do. I wish to that. I wish to this. I wish to evoke. I can evoke for free or I can channel for free. Evoking for free is very nice. You get to use your like orb. The problem is that you consume the orb. But evoking it for free is nice. I like doing things for free. So this character's whole flow is evoking and doing. Doing and evoking. You evoke feelings of emotions. Holy shit, I'm dead. Sure! Now, you may have noticed here, I'm going to cast Doom and Gloom, which is going to evoke my cards. The problem is that I have no more space, right? So what happens is, when you cast too many orbs, it automatically evokes your next card. However, if I evoke it now, I get to keep my Doom and Gloom, and I don't have to waste my Frost by doing this. So I do this, and then I do this. I keep my Frost, that, and I get Shadow, and I get my Lightning. It does all this, it does more damage. Then I get shit on. Yeah, I get shit on. Yeah, I died. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh.
Now, time to play the game. I channel Dart.
I then do Cool-Headed to channel my Lightning. I draw. He deals more damage. I take less damage. He deals 9 damage. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I then evoke twice my Darkness. It deals 48 damage total by casting it twice. Boom! Hey, Lizard Tail, when you would die, heal the 50% of your max HP instead. Works once. This character is also very good with powers. The more powers that you have, the better he is. For instance, Stag Discharge. Whenever you receive unblocked attack damage, channel one Lightning. Every time you take damage, even from multi-hits, you channel 1 Lightning. If you take 5 hits, you channel 5 Lightning. If you only have 5 slots, if you only have 3 slots, you just channel Lightning and you keep casting your existing Lightning. Pretty sick. Pretty cool if I do say so myself.
Oh, boom! Kabam! Kabam!
I messed up. I should have done the other thing. I should have maybe hit him. Ow. Static Discharge. Doom and Gloom! Okay, my goal was to try to build as many orbs as I can, but I'm starting to realize this is kind of silly. But I do want to get as little cards as I can. I actually have every single orb that I need. Now I just need to remove cards from my hand as much as I can. Every 5 cards you deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. Well, that's useless. I need to get rid of all of my cards. Hey, I'm broke. Self-repair. You use that, you heal at the end of combat. Ew! The Living Wall, I've already read this. I won't read it again. Do you know why? My throat hurts. I don't want to strike people. I live a life of non-violence. Not really. I live a life of doing violence through passive means. Indirectly violent.
Were you?
Doom and Gloom. What do you do again? Oh shit, when its HP is at 50% or lower, it splits into 2 smaller slimes with its current HP. So I need to kill this bad boy as soon as I can. Kind of Frost. Dual cast. Boom, boom! So now he's gonna split into 2 slimes with 8 HP each.
You fool. You fool. You thought you could stop me?
You thought I was afraid of you. Wait, you do damage to me. Ow, stop. Ah, ooh, ah.
You're dead. You're dead to me.
Nice. And we healed because of my power. Cool. Cool. These cards are useless. Cool. Oh. Again. Why did I wake him up? Why did I wake him up? I forgot that my lightning works at the end of my turn. God, I'm so stupid. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. Okay, boy, oh boy, does it do a lot of damage to me. Thankfully, I evoked my Frost so I get some block. But now it's hard. I need to double my energy, use FTL to get a draw. I then need to use Cool-Headed to get rid of my one thing. Then I zap, and I dual cast my zap again to deal 8 damage twice. Then I keep all this, and then I just get debuffed anyways. I still got Now my brain is working on fire. This is good. Do you know why? We need my brain to be working on fire for the final game of today. Remember, this is our last run. When I'm done this run, we're going to move on to the next game of today. And be warned, I'm going to need all of your help on the final game today within 2 hours. Sorry, I know I know I keep changing the timeline. I know. I keep changing the timeline. I know it's kind of crazy. I keep changing the timeline, but it's okay. Sometimes I can't count. That's it. Sometimes I just can't count. Listen, you know how this channel goes, right? Sometimes I plan some event for some time, and then when we're late. Sometimes we're late, and we just do things the way that we do them, right? We do what we do, Chad. We do what we do. This is the Hexaghost. Every couple turns, he does a lot of damage. He's all about these flames. When these flames die out, you die. You just die. You just die. You just die. You just die. When the flames get stronger, you also get flamed on. So he adds flames to your body. What is he doing? He did 5 attacks, but I had the power to cast a thing when I get hit. Get shit on. Ow. The fuck was that? Ooh, yes, that's the burn. That's the burn that I was afraid of. Ooh, that's some good burn. Oh yeah, I love the way it makes me feel. Okay, every time he hits me and I take HP damage, I do electrify him a bit more, which is nice. However, it doesn't really help considering that I need to survive, mostly. I'll take 1 damage here to channel 1 lightning. Good. Then I channel another lightning. I'm gonna get burned. I put my hand too close to the stove. Holy shit. I hope I can use this brain power when we play the final game of today. I don't really know what we're gonna do in that game. Well, I know what we're gonna do. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if we'll survive in that game. That's gonna be a very hard game to play for us. Collectively, as a whole. But there's a way that we're all going to be able to play together. I don't need to draw cards, I need to use this. Choose a card, you discard power, return to your hand, it costs 0 this turn. I get a bunch of... oh my god. Remove all your orbs, gain energy and draw 1 card for each orb removed. Fission. No. Bias Cognition. Focus is a new stat only for this character. Increases the effectiveness of your channel orbs, but at the start of your turn, you lose 1 focus. So you only get strong power, and afterwards you start to lose power for the rest of the game. So you need to win the battle within 4 turns. Why don't I just channel things? I like channeling orbs. At the start of each combat, channel 1 plasma. Whoa. Gain energy with your plasma. Gain energy at the start of your turn, you can no longer smith at rest sites. Obtaining a unique curse and 3 relics by getting the... okay, cool. Get 3. I have the bell, and I get bronze scale, Matryoshka, which gives me 2 relics in the chest, and stone calendar. At the end of turn 7, the Mayans come. Well, what the Mayans predict? Was it them coming or them dying? I don't know. The Mayans come and they smite people. I need to visit some more question marks. We go on the right side path. I really hate facing this guy. He's really bad on this build too because he gets a lot of block. And I don't really do damage until later necessarily. So it might be kind of hard. Let's see. Follow the rainbow. His block thing doesn't go down when I deal damage with my orbs too. Basically on an orb based build, he hard counters me. Well, kind of nuts actually that he hard counters me here. Block, I mean plated armor is very different from block. Every turn you will get blocked depending on the amount. But it only goes down the plated armor if you get attacked. If you get hit by special effects like poison or fire or anything, your plated armor still stays. So I actually can't do anything. All I can do is watch as he gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. As he tanks everything that I do, he just died. Never mind, you got shit on. Cool. Oh, another side discharge. Nice. I love discharging. Cursed Tome. In the abandoned temple, you find a giant book. Open. Riddled with cryptic writings. As you try to interpret the elaborate script, it begins to shift and morph into writing you are familiar with. Read. Odd. The book seems about an ancient named Neo, the whale. This piques your interest, but you have a general feeling of malaise. Continue. Lose 1 HP. The ancient spirit of resurrection, Neo, was exiled to the bottom of the Spire. You feel compelled to read more, but your body begins to ache. Continue. Lose 2 HP. Seeking vengeance, Neo blesses outsiders, using them for her own purpose. We are her outsider. You are starting to feel very tired and weak. Lose 3 HP. Those resurrected by Neo remember only fragments of their past selves. Curse the fight for eternity. As you near the final page, your old wounds begin to reopen. You may either obtain the book, lose 10 HP, or stop and only lose 3. I like books. We get Nilari's Codex. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle 1 of 3 random cards into your draw pile. Oh! Upon finishing the tome, you decide to take it with you. With proof in hand, will you retain your memories? No, we won't. You know why? The story of this game is already set. I'm going to die. I hate these guys. You're gonna steal my money right as I get to a shop? Really? You guys are assholes. Evoke your next orb. Channel the orb that was just evoked. Sure. So every turn we get a card temporarily for this entire combat, which is nice because I don't have many good cards anyway. So it's nice to have like extra cards here. I like having cards, and we even get power cards too randomly. This is very good actually for this build because powers are really the bread and butter of this character. Actually, the bread and butter is not dying. I'm going to die. Yeah, let's do recursion. Let's do chaos. Nice. Let's do static discharge. Ooh, hit me. Hit me! Give me back my money. Whenever you play a power card, channel 1 lightning. Holy shit. All I do is play power cards. You encounter a group of bandits wearing large red masks.
Hello. Pay up to pass. A reasonable fee of all your gold will do.
I refuse. I refuse to give in to crime. I fight for my life. I have 20 health. I'm gonna die. Potions, potions, potions. Pronto. I have a lizard's tail which can save me once. Only once. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I need to kill that guy in the front real fast. Evocations. Ooh. Grab him, bear. What can I do now? I can't cast attacks. I remember. I do static discharge. I do rainbow. I lose my thing. I lose my... evoke my next orb twice. Fuck it. Okay, nice. Why'd you hit bear, not anyone else? Okay, I lose my tail. Everyone say bye to my lizard tail. Hit me. Never mind, I live. I keep my tail. You killed bear. Fools. You killed your friend. At what cost? Oh, I still lose my tail. No matter what I do, I always lose my tail. Nothing I do can stop it. At least I kill him though. I get a red mask. Remember last time that weird little totem that we found in that first playthrough? Where it said we can insert a red mask if we had one? That's how we get the red mask to insert into it. So we give it back instead of joining them. And I get a discount! Oh, the mummified hand is so good! Whenever you play a power card, the random card in your hand costs you all that turn. 50% off everything in the store is nice. Very nice. Now I can make some good choices. I'm gonna visit the shop more. It's a bit like real life, right? You don't buy McDonald's unless you open the app and it has like the discounts. You never buy McDonald's raw. You never let Ronald Donald you raw. You never let Ronald Donald you raw. Ever. Ew, Ronald. Wow. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah. Oh shit, ow. More static discharge. More chaos. Defend. Bias cognition, sure. I need all the power I can get. I'm gonna die. Okay, do that. Bias. Rainbow! Hey, Ancient T said, whenever you enter a rest site, start next combat with 2 energy. Nice. 2 bonus energy, sorry. Lose 1 focus, gain 1 strength and dexterity. All I do is orb. It's moibing time. I need to heal at the campsite. I know I said I wouldn't heal, but like I've given up on that premise. That's silly. Imagine never healing, pretending like you're stronger than you really are. No point. Oh shit, I might be dead here, chat. I may have heed my last haul. I may have heed my last haul. He died. Like, the priest died, but I'm going to die as well. He does 12 damage. I have 6 health left. Now he does 18 damage. Okay, how do I stop this? Storm. Do this. Do this. Channel 1 frost. Attack. I'm dead. We're not ready. We are not ready for the next game that we're going to be playing. But that's it for Spire. Hey, look, the final character. The Watcher. We are not ready for the final game today. I'm very worried. We only have 1 more training montage to go. 1 more game to training montage in. Balatra. This is Slay the Spire. I really enjoy this game. We'll be playing this game a bit more every now and then. It's gonna be one of those games like Balatro where you play every now and then just to have fun with and think things through in. But it won't be a very consistent entry in the stream. This game can be played infinitely, but a game that can be played infinitely is like playing it never. That was a stupid sentence. What was I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, a thing that you can do all the time isn't worth doing. That's why I don't have sex. Thank you for watching Slay the Spire. We're now going to move on to the next game. This is a part of a brain training montage, kind of like the Wii brain training thing or the Nintendo DS brain games. As we prepare for today's final segment, again in 2 hours, I have one more song for you all, but I got demolished, so I'm going to put this game right now.